It's time for Cedar Park Timberwolves baseball. Head coach Lanny Williams leads the team as they go for the program's 6th district championship. Brought to you on the Vype Live Network by Toyota of Cedar Park, Adele Golf, Thundercloud Subs, Austin's go-to team realty, Alzer's Barbecue, ASI Protection Services, and Academy Sports and Outdoors. And now, calling the shots for today's game, here's the voice of the Timberwolves, Brad Cohn.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome home to Cedar Park, Texas, and J. Sevier Field at Matt Ariano Park. This is Timberwolf Baseball tonight, the live worldwide broadcast of Cedar Park Baseball on the Vype Network. I'm the V of the T, Brad Cohn. Nathan Nunez, our QA this evening. This is game 38 of the season, our 26th broadcast, our second playoff series, and fourth playoff game. It is game 2 of the best-of-3 area round, second round of the Texas State playoffs. Champions of 25-5A, Cedar Park Timberwolves against a runner-up from 28-5A, Medina Valley Panthers. A victory tonight wins the series for Cedar Park. Last night at Medina Valley, Adam Vaughn pitched a complete Game 5 hit win. The Timberwolves jumped out to a 4-0 lead in the top of the first. Panthers came back quickly with their first two batters reaching and scoring to make it 4-2. Then both teams' bats went silent for several innings until Cedar Park scored again in the fourth to go up 5-2. Then a two-run homer by Medina Valley made it a one-run game at 5-4. Cedar Park blew the game open in the top of the seventh, though, with 4 more runs. Vaught then setting the Panthers down in short order for the final score of 9-4. T-Wolves once again aggressive at the plate and on the base pass, racking up 11 hits and 5 stolen bases. Medina Valley's Panthers are now 18-8 overall. They went 11-3 to finish second in District 28-5A. Big cleanup hitter J.J. Marty, who is on the mound tonight for the Panthers. He had their best offensive moment last night, a deep 2-run blast to left that momentarily made it a 1-run game in the fifth. Adam Vaughn had faced only 4 batters over the minimum until that moment. Medina Valley has now dropped 4 of their last 7 games after starting their district season out 8-0. Only one other series still involving teams in 25-5A. Georgetown Leander went one and done. Our 4-seed Rouse had knocked off the number 25 ranked Canyon Cougars 2-1 in the first round, but fell last night in game 1 of the second, 1-0 to Floresville. Raiders now need 2 straight wins to stay alive. And the winners of these 2 series face each other next week. It'll be either Cedar Park or Medina Valley against either Rouse or Floresville in the Region 4 quarterfinals. Let's look at the starting lineups here. First, for the visiting Medina Valley Panthers, very similar to the lineup you saw last night. Leading off the center fielder, number 2, Bobby Peterson. Batting second, shortstop Thomas Pardo. Batting third baseman Jared Lackey. Batting fourth on the mound tonight, he was a DH last night, J.J. Marty. Batting fifth, behind the plate catching, Whit Joyce. Batting sixth, left fielder Tyler Mangum. Batting seventh, the DH Aaron Towndry. Batting eighth, first baseman Jay Kerr. Batting ninth, right fielder Tanner Habe. So if you're making your own scorecard at home, those names: Peterson, Pardo, Lackey, Marty, Joyce, Mangum, Towndry, Herb, and Habe. And for Cedar Park, in the bottom of the innings is the home team. They will lead off with second baseman Cade Haught. Batting second in right, Gunnar Absek. Batting third, the shortstop Ryder Hernandez. Batting fourth at first base, Louis Alonso. Batting fifth in left field, Trey Verver. Batting sixth, third baseman Julian Swift. Batting seventh, center fielder Cannon McDonald. Batting eighth, the designated hitter Cole Kruger. Batting ninth, the catcher Josh Bretz. On the mound is Blake Burton for tonight's game. Looking back at Cedar Park's all-time playoff record in baseball, they've now won 16 playoff series and 30 series appearances. They've played in 77 games, winning 42, losing 35. This is the 270th broadcast of Timberwolf Baseball on KMAX Sports or Vype Live since we began doing this way back in 2008. At that time, one of only 4 schools in Texas broadcasting their games live on the net. Now almost everyone does it. Medina Valley has a crew here tonight doing theirs, but we were one of the pioneers.
And now introducing your Cedar Park Timberwolves.
We're going to have a special guest climb aboard tonight for a couple innings or so. Had a conversation a few weeks ago with Shelby Hayes, an all-state player on our state championship women's basketball team. I can't say that often enough. Our state championship women's basketball team. Tonight we'll hear from a three-sport star. She's on the track team. She's on our state-ranked volleyball team. And she plays forward on that same state championship basketball team with Shelby. Megan Woods will join us for a little while talking about all those sports and more. Megan will come on during the second inning and stay as long as she wants. Our sponsors of Cedar Park Baseball this season include ASI Protection Services, Toyota of Cedar Park, Adele Golf, Owlsers Barbecue, Austin Go-To Team Realty, and Thundercloud Subs. Academy Sports and Outdoors is a major sponsor of the entire Vype Live network. For all the ways you love to play, Academy makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your nearest Academy store. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Coach Kirkendall, Coach Williams, I'd like to welcome you out on the field as well with the reserve players.
And now we're about to go to our national anthem, so we'll step aside for that.
Of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Tanya Hott singing the national anthem, as has become our tradition here at home. Jay Sevier Field at Matt Ariano Park. Glad you're with us. Megan Woods is joining us. Brad Boschelt is with us again tonight. He'll do some color a little later in the game. Cedar Park looking to get their 402nd program win here in their 22nd season of varsity play. It would be their 171st win on a live broadcast of ours. Cedar Park also trying to reach the plateau of 30 wins tonight. No Timberwolf baseball team has ever done that. You see on the mound Blake Burton warming up. Let me give you his numbers on the season. 41 innings pitched in 10 games. Started 7, his record 4-1. Given up 35 hits, 28 runs, 27 of them earned. 32 walks, 31 strikeouts. ERA of 4.61, but I'd like to see his ERA in his last 6 or 7 appearances. I bet it's more like 1.3 or something like that. Most of the values in all of these stats for Blake were in the pre-district tournament plays. Pitched really, really well the last 4 or 5 weeks. He's mainly been the guy coming in out of the bullpen to relieve a struggling starter, but he has worked his way into the number 2 starter position. If there is a Game 3, it's tomorrow in New Braunfels at 2 o'clock, and we'll bring it to you. And it would be Ben Cooper on the mound for that one. It's about to get going here. This is called a sellout. They got signs at the gate. I got to think it's a sellout because of COVID restrictions of half capacity, because we're not anywhere full. We seat a little over 500 here, but I bet we got at least half full. Maybe a little bit more, maybe 300.
Start off the game, top of the first.
So Bobby Peterson first guy. Let me update your scoreboard for you if I can find my cursor over there. We'll do that in just a minute. Bobby Peterson, center fielder, comes in, right-handed hitter, takes the first pitch, some sort of bender, finds the inside edge for strike one. Blake starts the first guy out 0-1. We'll track that for you all through the game, such an important stat. From the stretch, as he always does, that one a little low, 1-1. Set the defense behind Blake Burton, well, first in front of him, the catcher Josh Bretz. The infield across from third to first is Julian Swift, Ryder Hernandez, Cade Haught, and Louis Alonzo. Outfield left to right, Trey Verver, Cannon McDonald, and Gunnar Absack. There's another one called strike two to Peterson. Peterson last night was also their leadoff hitter. He was a hit batsman and scored their first run at the beginning of the game. Then he grounded out to short, struck out looking, struck out swinging. And that one almost hit him. 2-2 to Bobby Peterson. Comes a 2-2 pitch from Burton, and it's outside. The count runs full to Peterson. Peterson looking to be an 88%er. Blake's going to try not to do that one. Just underway. Peterson's the first batter of the game. Cedar Park needs a win today or tomorrow to advance. Medina Valley has to win both of them. And it's outside, and Peterson is an 88%er. Those of you new to the broadcast, several years ago we tracked down a high school baseball statistic across America. 88% of the time, if the leadoff batter of an inning gets on for free, walk, hit batsman, something like that, they score. He got on with a walk, or as a hit batsman last night as their first batter of the game, thus leading off the first, and he did score. So here's Thomas Pardo, the shortstop, called strike. Something off speed again. Blake, mainly with off-speed pitches and benders, does not throw the fastball all that often. Line towards, or not towards, but in the Cedar Park dugout, 0-2. Throw to first. A little tall, but Louis catches it anyway. Blake throws from the stretch all the time, not just when there's a runner on. There's a swing and a miss. The runner is going to sack it on the play, but first was occupied at the time of the pitch, so the strikeout is complete. Stolen base for Peterson, though, at second.
Number 16, Jared Lackey.
One down, Jared Lackey, the third baseman, rather. Good crowd up from Medina Valley off to our left, Cedar Park. It's really packed them in tonight. I'm proud of you guys. Now, Coach William talking to the umpire about something. Maybe he wants an obstruction call. That's probably, he's trying to lobby for an obstruction call on the struck out batter who is running in front of Bretz as he tried to make that throw to second. But of course, you know, the rule of the universe is no umpire ever changes his call. I like having 4 umpires in the playoffs. We go for 2 during the regular season. Everything gets seen a little bit closer. So one out for third baseman Jared Lackey, left-handed hitter. He was the pitcher last night. Outside, 1-0. First man not to start out 0-1 against Blake Burton. Lackey last night singled and was then thrown out trying to steal second, struck out swinging, and singled and scored when they started to make a noise in the 6th inning. Nice block by Josh Bretz, keeping it in front of him and keeping the runner at second. 2-0 to Jared Lackey. One out, one on. In scoring position at second, top of the first if you just joined us. third batter of the game, Jared Lackey, with a 2-0 count. Swung on, fouled into the net left side, 2-1. J.J. Marty, the pitcher tonight, and the cleanup hitter last night and tonight, is on deck. Dangerous hitter. Blasted one about 400 feet to left center last night. 2-run dinger. That one misses, 3-1. The goal here tonight for Cedar Park is to not go to New Braunfels tomorrow. They would face the winner between Rouse and Floresville. This is fouled in the plate area. Full count now to Lackey. Floresville beat Rouse in game 1 last night, 4-0, I believe the score was. So Rouse needs to win 2 to go on. I'd kind of like to face Rouse again. We match up well against them and we wouldn't have to travel. Go across town. Floresville, southeast of San Antonio, about 35 or 40 miles. Full count pitch to Jared Lackey. Swung on, ripped foul. First base line, rather. Here comes pitch number 7 of the at-bat to Lackey. This will already be the 16th pitch of the game and of the inning for Blake Burton. A little more than you want with only 1 out. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 2 straight strikeouts after that opening walk. Here's J.J. Marty. Don't throw him anything to hit, Blake. Two down now for Marty. Big, powerful swing, but he missed that breaking ball. 0-1. 3 of the 4 that Burton has faced, he's started out 0-1, and that's a very good ratio. You look for about a 2-to-1 ratio on that. He's at 3-to-1 at the moment. Steps off and resets. Takes a look at Bobby Peterson at second base. Peterson with an average lead. Out creeping towards the bag. Inside. Maybe low as well, 1-1. Whit Joyce, the catcher, is on deck if Marty reaches. Normally at this point in the broadcast, man, this one is a liner, or a one-hopper rather, to third. The Julian fields and goes across the diamond to Louis Alonso to complete the 5-3 play. So they send 4 to the plate. The leadoff guy walks, but he's stranded at second. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. We're going to let you listen to the sounds of the ballpark. Back in a minute. Okay, Cedar Park will come up in the bottom of the first inning now. Leading off, second baseman Cade Haught, then right fielder Gunnar Absek, and shortstop Ryder Hernandez. You're a Cedar Park football fan, and of course you are. You know those three names: our leading rusher, one of our top receivers all time, and our top quarterback all time. Coach Williams heads to third, his normal position on offense. J.J. Marty warming up. We don't have any stats for their pitchers, so we can't tell you anything like his ERA or strikeouts to walk ratio, but he throws pretty hard, big guy. Hit the ball a long ways deep into the night in Medina Valley a few hours ago. So might see some fastballs, which is what Timberwolf hitters like to see. So here comes Cade Haught. First batter, as usual. In 37 games, he's made 130 plate appearances, 102 official at-bats, 43 hits, 28 singles, 10 doubles, 4 triples, a home run, 19 RBIs, scored 38 runs. A lot of those lead the team. He's been hit 8 times, walked 18 times, struck out only 13 times, and is hitting .422 coming into the night, on base at .531. First pitch to Haught, high and in. 1-0. Wonder if they scouted him and know how he likes to drop that bunt down the first pitch of an inning when he leads off. Brushed him back. Here's the 1-0. Outside, not by much, 2-0. A good pace by J.J. Marty. I like pitchers who work fast. We get home quicker that way. Comes the 2-0. Shows the bunt. What a beautiful one. Into the edge of the grass at first. Does not get him. Cade Haught with way too much speed. I don't know how many times I've seen somebody actually throw him out on that bunt this year. Maybe twice out of 20 tries. Bunt single to lead off the game for Cedar Park for Cade Haught.
Number 13, Gunnar Absek.
Here's Gunnar. He was our offensive player of the game last night. 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and a run scored. Pair of doubles. Pretty good. Get you Gunnar's season numbers here in a minute. A little bit inside, 1-0. Gunnar 138 trips to the plate, 118 official at-bats, 41 hits, 28 singles, 12 doubles, a triple, 21 RBIs, scored 34 runs, batting .347, a throw to first for Haught. Up that average, going 2 for 4 last night. That is their first throw to first. Haught with a good lead and lots of speed. Almost hits Gunnar. You don't wear all those protective pads in baseball. That thing's coming pretty quick. I bet J.J. Marty can touch 90. Down the middle, blows it by Gunnar. A swinging strike, 2-1. No outs. Haught at first with a leadoff bunt single. How many times have I said that this year? Ryder is on deck. Louis Alonso in the hole. When we come back from the commercial break after Cedar Park gets out this inning, we'll bring on Megan Woods. I'll kind of narrate the game in between talking with Megan about all sorts of things. Lifted in the infield. Behind second base, the shortstop drifts onto the second base side, just a few feet into the grass of center field. Thomas Pardo makes the catch, 1 down.
Next to the plate, number 14, Ryder Hernandez.
So here's Ryder Hernandez with 1 out and Haught at first. Ryder 139 plate appearances, 114 official at-bats, 39 hits, 18 of them singles. That one's low, 1-0. They appeal. First base ump says no, did not go. 14 doubles, 5 triples, 2 home runs for Ryder, 35 RBIs, leads the team by far, 33 runs scored, second on the team to Haught, comes into the night hitting .342. Fouled into the net, 1-1 to Ryder. Something I mentioned last night, when Ryder hits the ball, the ping of that aluminum bat is a much more violent ping than just about anybody else we ever see hit the bat. Thinking no wonder the guy can throw the football 75 yards in the air. It's pretty good bat speed, too. Oh, inside. 2-1. Alonso on deck. Trey Verver in the hole. No score yet. Bottom of the first. There he goes. Swings, sends it to left. Tracking it. He's going to have to come up because the wind's beating it down. Going to make the catch in foul territory, and Haught's going to have to go back to first. 2 down. On another night, that's a home run into the bird sanctuary. First baseman Louis Alonso.
Number 19, Louis Alonso.
Louis back after about a month missing. Played in 29 games, 91 trips to the plate, 79 official at-bats, 27 hits, 13 singles, 11 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. 18 RBIs, 19 runs scored, hitting .342 coming into tonight. And that almost hits him. Reflexes got the best of him. Hard not to jump out of the way of those. That's their A move throw, the first time we've seen their better move throw into first. Alonso, then Verver, then Swift, but there are 2 outs. There goes the runner. Concedes the base. The catcher doesn't even try. Such a great jump by Haught and such great speed as well. The pitch swung on, taken to left center, but the left fielder's got a beat on it. And Tyler Mangum makes the catch, and Cedar Park is down. The bunt single leading off by Haught is wasted. He ends up being stranded at second base. All right, hear from our sponsors when we come back. Megan Woods.
Thundercloud Subs is a neighborhood sub shop with a rich tradition of good-natured people serving fresh, fast, and healthy food in a quirky and fun atmosphere. Founded in Austin in 1975, Thundercloud has the simple philosophy of selling a great sub at a reasonable price with superb ingredients. Scratch-baked bread, meats, cheeses, and produce sliced fresh every day. All these ingredients come together to create the one and only Thundercloud Sub at 4 Points and at 700 East Whitestone in Cedar Park.
You know the Alzer family. They've been involved in Cedar Park sports for years, just as Alzer's Barbecue has been involved in Cedar Park cuisine for years. It's one-of-a-kind, authentic Texas barbecue. Brisket, turkey, chicken, lamb, terrific sides and sauces. It's sheer succulence. That's Alzer's Barbecue, next to the Shell Station on 1431, just east of Lakeline. Open Friday through Sunday, every weekend.
Yeah, I'm an old Kansas man myself. Welcome back, Brad Cohn via the T, bringing you Cedar Park playoff baseball. We go to the top of the second. 5, 6, and 7 due for Medina Valley. Leading off the catcher, Whit Joyce. And I want to welcome onto the broadcast now my special guest here for as long as she wants to stay. Track star, volleyball star, state champion in basketball, Megan Woods. How you doing, Megan?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Glad to have you here as a foul ball out of play for Joyce starts him 0-1. So how much Cedar Park baseball have you seen over the years?
Oh, my. Not very much.
Not much?
I made it out a little bit freshman year, but after COVID hit sophomore year.
Yeah, there really wasn't a last year.
No, yeah, exactly. And now this year with how busy I've been, haven't made it out, but...
Well, hopefully you'll be treated to a good game. This is, I've seen all of their teams. I've been announcing for Cedar Park since the school opened and broadcasting since 2008 for baseball. And I've seen them all, and, at the moment, I can't think of our having fielded a better team than this one. These guys are really good in all phases of the game. 1-1 to Whit Joyce. So glad you could join us in watching them hopefully nail down a round 2 playoff win here. Speaking of playoff wins, it's kind of old hat for you on the basketball team now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Coach said it was at the banquet the other night, and Coach gave out all the numbers of playoff wins in the last 4 years. It's uncanny, isn't it? Like 25-3 or something?
Yep.
There's a deep one to left. Back goes Verver. towards the wall. It's going to land between him and the bird sanctuary. Stand-up double to lead off the second for Whit Joy. You're a junior, so you've really only been here for Coach Donnie Ott and can't remember some of our other coaches, but I can. And you guys are in better shape, let me tell you. How much of you all's success is directly attributable to Donnie Ott and what he does with his program?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if there's a better coach out there. I mean, that man is prepared for absolutely anything at all times. He's one of the best coaches I've ever had for basketball, that's for sure. Left fielder Tyler Mangum is stepping in now with no outs and Joyce at second with that leadoff double. He's good with the words when he's in the public speaking mode, banquets, that sort of thing, post-game ceremonies. What's he like in the locker room? As opposed to how he is in banquets, speaking for hours. In the locker room, he gets the message down fast. This one is through the glove of Swift. We'll probably have to call that an error on the third baseman, and Mangum lives at first. Joyce goes to third. Still no outs for the DH, Aaron Toundry. So, what is his technical specialty? Is he a great teacher of the game? Is he a great studier of film and deviser of game plan? Or is it all of it? It's all of it. I mean, each of our coaches definitely have their specialties, but Coach Ott can just do about anything. But film watching, holy cow, that man spends hours watching film. It just seems like all the good head coaches in every sport do that, you know? Oh, yeah, definitely. You ever thought that maybe that might be something you'd like to do as coach? I've thought about it, definitely. Just don't know if I could do it. It's long hours. Yes. You're not going to get rich. Exactly. It's very fulfilling, however. I had only daughters as this one's, looked outside, but he called a strike to Town 0-1. I had 3 daughters and coached them in fast pitch softball and soccer at the club level, and there's nothing more fulfilling than watching some kid get the lesson you've been trying to teach him and become a better player. Oh, totally. Oh, and that hits him. Foundry goes to first, and the bases are loaded with no outs here in the bottom of the second. Jake Herb, the first baseman, to the plate. So, Megan, 3 sports star. What do you do in track? I think that's the one people probably would know you from least. Yeah, I do high jump and long jump, and then the 4x2, 4x4, and occasionally a 400. So you're not sprinting by yourself. You're part of a team each time. Huh? Yes. Where are you in the progression? This year in the 4x2, I was the third leg normally. And the 4x4 of coming up late from basketball season, but the track didn't end all that long ago, right? No, it did not. Called strike to Herb. About a week ago. About a week ago, huh? 2 weeks ago. What was your last performance? My last one was area for high jump. You can do that again next year, too? I'm thinking about it. The coaches definitely want me to. You know, it's always, spring sports are tough when you're a senior. You're thinking about graduating, you think about the rest of your life, blah, 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 and it's sometimes hard to keep the mind on the sports. 1-1 now to Jake Herb. Tanner Habe, right fielder, 9-hole hitters due up next. Bases loaded, no outs. Blake Burton is in a jam here at 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Swift throws it home for the force out there. Throws it to first for the double play. A 5-2-3 double play, and the shutout's alive. Let me log this in here, Megan. 5-2 there. He goes to third. He goes to second. He's out on the 5-2-3. Excellent defense. Bottom of the order, right fielder Tanner Habe now with 2 outs and still no runs in, and I didn't change the outs from the last one. In fact, I didn't change the inning. Sorry, folks. Let me get that for you. They got me too busy, Megan. This one, a single maybe. Fielded by the first baseman. Blake Burton covers in time. It's a 3-1. The shutout is intact. They send 5 to the plate. They load the bases with no outs, and they don't score. And that's a sample of Cedar Park baseball. Impressive. Holy cow. We're going to stay here through the break and talk a little bit more. One piece of news I just got, Smithson Valley eliminated Westwood tonight, 6-1. They swept that series.
Montgomery leads Elgin 4-2 in the top of the third. They lead the series 1-0, so a couple of local teams may be going down tonight here in the second round. So, Megan, then there's volleyball. I have never seen a Cedar Park volleyball game because they play Tuesdays and Fridays in the fall. Fridays I'm working football. Tuesdays is our show, Timberwolf Night in America, for football. So I've never gotten to see a volleyball game. Tell me about that volleyball team.
Oh my. Our volleyball team this year was very, very skilled. We worked well together, and that's sad that you've been able to come out. Volleyball is such a fun sport to watch.
Name some of the players that are the difference makers on that squad.
From this year or for the next upcoming year?
Let's do both. Let's start with this year.
Okay. So for this year, definitely our outside all-around player, Avery Cole. She was actually the MVP of the district, so
wow.
She was crazy. And then our libero, Caitlin Davis, she was outstanding, always was on the floor. They are both going to college together at ULM, so they'll be playing together still, so that's going to be exciting for
both
of them. Then another outside, Abby Lamond. She was just an outstanding hard hitter, 6-footer. She's crazy. She's going for college as well. And then somebody in my grade is Lainey Roberts. She was our middle blocker. She's like 5'6" and is out here blocking like 6-footer. She's crazy.
What position you play?
I am a right side or outside.
All right, folks, heading into the bottom of the second inning.
We'll go to the bottom of the second here. Cedar Park at the plate. 5, 6, and 7 do in the order. Trey Verver, Julian Swift, Cannon McDonald. Starting off as Verver, the left fielder. See if some of that great defensive play with no outs and the bases loaded in the top of the second can translate into some response offensively. Verver takes a bender for a called strike one. And taking a bender in baseball is not the same thing as out in the real world. That doesn't mean he goes drunk. Just a curveball. This one.
Ooh.
Past the third baseman up the line. Verver rounds first, headed for second, puts on the brakes. They get it in quickly. They have a good left fielder out there in Ty Mangum. But Verver with a leadoff single up the line at third. Here's Julian Swift, third baseman for Cedar Park. Swift, look at some of his numbers, and Swift is into the night batting .429. That's the best batting average on the starting lineup. With no outs, takes a strike one. Verver aboard, and once again, I got to catch up on the scoreboard. All right, there we go, finally. Sorry, Megan. All right, you were talking about volleyball. I think you're talking about some of the players that might be coming back next year. You and?
Kay Alex, another outside. Lainey Roberts, the middle that I talked about. Our setter, Dylan Gilkey, who is so incredible. And then she's a sophomore, so she'll be a junior next year, so a young team. Same with Nia, another middle. She'll also be a junior. We just have a lot of good players staying with us, which is really nice.
2-0 to Swift, 2-1 now with that foul ball, and Verver was moving. He had a great jump. Now, everybody who plays a sport has something that they like about that sport. That's why they play the sport. What is it for you in volleyball?
Probably the thrill of getting a kill. That is
that sounds
so
pretty
exciting,
good.
You know.
Sounds pretty good. Okay, thanks. Now we've been told our video feed has dropped. So let's see here if we can fix something. Well, that says it's going. So, okay, we were told our video stream dropped for a moment there. I've stopped it and restarted it. The software, that is. Hot on his way, a grounder to shortstop. Looks at second, goes to first for the out. Kind of like a sacrifice bunt, but it charges your batting average. Verver at second, Swift out on the 6-3.
That'll be number 6, Cannon McDonald.
Cannon McDonald to the plate, center fielder. Batting in the 7 hole. Cannon comes into the game hitting .369. Pair of hits last night, as they'll talk about it. Yeah, I never really played volleyball except, at the coast with a bunch of people drinking a beer. But that looks to me like the thing. Now, what do you like least about volleyball?
That's hard. Volleyball's just so fun all the way around.
One of the things I think I would like about it, being a generally lazy athlete myself, when I was an athlete, is that you have to run all over creation. You're kind of just, in your spot, diving maybe, jumping.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's so nice. Going from volleyball to basketball season, that's the worst part, is having to start running again.
Let me tell you a little bit, since we're going to mention basketball. I was a basketball player in high school, and I was on a team, a 6A team, that was usually in the top 10, so we were very good, and everybody in school wanted to be on the team. You know what our coach did for tryouts?
Oh gosh, what'd he do?
Everybody who signed up to do it, it would usually be 120 guys. Everybody wanted us to play on a state-ranked team. That one's called strike, 0-2 to McDonald. Well, he would take a notebook with all our names on it and a folding chair out to the track around the football field and haul us all out there and say, okay, start running.
That's what our volleyball tryouts are. So
and
much running.
We had to run 20 laps, 5 miles.
Oh.
If you quit, you didn't make the basketball team. Now, you just couldn't stop. You could actually slow down to shuffle for a minute, as long as you picked it back up quickly. They'd throw water at you when you passed in front of them, and they'd mark down a hash mark past each guy as they went by him. But, that second day, guess what we did?
Oh, gosh.
Same thing.
Oh, my.
That one's how I wanted to. Another 5 miles, another 20 laps of the track. But that day, there were only about 45 guys.
Oh, I bet. I would definitely be one of the ones that stopped.
And you did it again. So the third day comes along. It's a 5-day process. And we go out there and do it again. And this time, there are 22 guys left. And the fourth day we go out there and there are only 15 guys. Okay, it's a basketball team. Never touched a basketball. Never saw how good anybody shot or played defense. But he was a runner.
Oh
we ran opponents to death. And there's Cannon McDonald with a full count walk. Verver at second. 1 out for Cole Kruger, the DH. Came in as a pinch hitter late in the game, only up 1. And came through and started off a big 4-run rally with a leadoff single in the top of the 7th last night. While they talk all that over, we'll talk a little more basketball. Yeah, so that coach, his name was Harry Mosh, we just ran people to death. He cheated a little bit. On home games, he wouldn't turn on the air conditioner in the gym. Our fans were used to it. Our fans would bring fans. Their team was just sweating to death. We practiced in it. He never turned the air conditioner on when we practiced even. And the first quarter score was always 29-3. And that was about the margin at the end, too. So that was my basketball experience. We just ran like the devil. There's no three-point line, but we averaged 88 points a game. We just shot and ran. Every once in a while, would waste a couple of pounds of effort on defense. But the whole motive was, you go out there and look at the team and say, we're going to score 88 tonight. Are you?
Oh, my gosh.
All we had to do was be good enough to keep them at 87, And we could do that without even hardly trying to play defense. So it was a completely different kind of paradigm than most coaches would ever guess.
Totally.
But how'd you like to play on a team like that?
That actually sounds very fun. I think I would enjoy that.
You'd have 0% body fat by the time the season was over, that's for sure.
That is definitely for sure.
We were all pretty slim creatures at that time. The first one was inside to Kruger, 1-0. So reset it. Verver led off with a single to left. He's at second now. Swift grounded out to third. Cannon McDonald a walk. He's at first. 1-0 to Cole Kruger, and they throw it into center field. Verver will go to third.
Yes, sir.
Cannon McDonald moves up to second. And a stat that I haven't mentioned yet, that's their fourth throw to a base, is Megan. You heard me talk in the first inning a little bit about the 88%er, a guy who gets a board for free to lead off an inning, scores 88% of the time. Their guy didn't. So that was good for us. Another one is that every 7th throw to a base by a high school defense is thrown away. That was their 4th. And we've tracked those stats ever since I found them 4 or 5 years ago. And my golly, it always happens. That one almost hits Kruger, 2-0. So basketball, how long have you been playing basketball?
I started basketball in 4th grade, I think. So a while, holy cow.
Lifts it to left, or right field rather. On he comes. He'll make it in time for the catch. Tagging at third. Here comes the throw home. Not in time. Cedar Park leads 1-0. Trey Verver scores from third. Tagging up on the sacrifice RBI fly to right field by Cole Kruger. 2 trips to the plate in this playoff series, and both of them he cashed in. So Verver scores to make it 1-0. Cannon McDonald tags at second and goes to third. 9-hole hitter, the catcher Josh Bretz, comes to the plate. So let me update the scoreboard. Now 2 outs, and Cedar Park with a run on the board. Excuse me. So, Megan, something that's a tradition in Cedar Park baseball I'm sure you're not aware of is foul ball to the screen. No, not really. There is an exotic bird ranch in left field. It is there's a bunch of emus and ostriches back there. And every once in a while they'll start cawing. And it sounds like a baby crying. You can clearly hear it from here. And opponents' left fielders, not knowing what it is, you're often finding him looking around, wondering, what in the world is that? Sometimes the Cedar Park players will make the noise in the dugout. They've got a recording of it they'll play from the press box now and then, because the lore is whenever that sound happens, something good immediately happens for Cedar Park baseball. This one's lifted to right. Underneath it is the right fielder. He'll make the catch and end the inning. We'll stay here again. 1-0 Timberwolves after 2 complete. Talking with Megan Woods. That's the other voice you're hearing. Yeah, that Megan Woods.
All right, folks. Third inning, second round of the playoffs. Leading off, the leadoff batter, number 2, Bobby Peterson.
Okay, gotta keep up with this even while I'm troubleshooting things. Yeah, no signal. What is that? It's getting that. We're down for some reason, but everything looks good.
Thomas Pardo.
We're down for some reason, but everything looks good. Not sure
Where did the ball get hit to, Brad? Third. It was a dribbler right out front. Threw down to third. It looked like a good tag. He came up with the ball and played safe.
Who fielded the ball, Blake?
Catcher, yeah. Okay.
Home plate's on. He saw it. Home plate. Home plate's on.
Is do what?
All right, that'll bring up the third baseman, number 16, Jared Lackey.
All right, folks, missed a little bit there. We had some technical difficulties. We'll try to bring you up to date before we get back to Megan. We are in the top of the second. Bobby Peterson led off with a double. The next guy tapped it in front of the plate. Josh Brett's got it, throws to third. Looked like in plenty of time for the tag out, but they called him safe. So it's Peterson at third. Pardo is at second. Lived one of fielder's choice. This is Jared Lackey, the third baseman. I'm marking these in the wrong place. We're so busy trying to troubleshoot. We think we have fixed the issue here, and we'll stay up with you. But we're with no outs in the top of the third. Up 1-0. Let me see if I can get the scoreboard updated for you. There. I think we are now back, and there's a walk to Lackey. Bases are loaded with no outs. We've been there before in the first inning. But now a home run hitter is up, J.J. Marty. Megan, close your eyes. This could be ugly. All right, let's get back to talking with Megan. Maybe we can soothe over what's going on here. We were talking while they had the bases loaded with no outs a little while ago. That one's outside 1-0. So let's talk about basketball. I think when our signal got corrupted, you were talking about taking the floor in the state championship game and the feeling that was.
Definitely just exciting, crazy, an unreal feeling, you know. I was really nervous, but it was such an exciting and cool experience, that's for sure.
I played high school basketball and we had some deep playoff runs. We never played at that level. That would really be something. You know, I was going to be on the broadcast with Mike that night, but the UIL said, no, only one person. So I sat in the stands and watched you guys. 1-2 the count now to Marty. That one finds the outside edge. And, you know, I could not keep the moistness from the eyes at the end when you guys dogpiled out there. Not only did you beat the defending state champs who had all 5 starters back, but you never trailed them. That was really impressive.
It's definitely crazy. We played.
Swing and a miss. Mighty Casey has struck out. One down now. Bases are still loaded, though, for Whit Joyce, a pretty good hitter. He led off the second with a double. He was thrown out at home on a forced play on that interesting 5-2-3 double play. So what was the game plan against Frisco Liberty? What were the top 3 goals of defense and offense that Coach Ott was trying to get you all to do?
So for defense, we, as always, are single-digit quarters. You know, that's always a focus for us. And so in the state game, it was even more of a focus because we knew that if we could hold them to a lower score, then we had a better chance. So we had a goal of at least 1 single-digit quarter. Then obviously not letting them slow down our offense because that's what they like to do. And then just focusing on looking at Shelby because they didn't really have a big man. So Shelby was definitely a good person for us.
She was a force in there, too.
Oh
She
my
played
gosh.
well.
She did so good. And just playing our speed of ball, you know, not letting them have any effect on us.
So when you got in, what was your assignment? What were you told? Okay, Megan, get in there and fill in the blank.
I am the defense, you know. It's always a focus for me is stepping up because normally I go in front of Lisa, so whenever she's out, I have to step in.
Oh, boy,
as
big
the
shoes.
next- oh, yeah, for real. As the next defender. And then rebounding, that's always a big thing for me.
And we walk in a run there on 4 pitches. So Joyce to first, Lackey to second, Pardo to third. Peterson scores, and the game is tied. Get that updated for you. And we're now at the 6 hitter, left fielder Tyler Mangum. He reached on an E5 and was stranded at third, and they're going to talk about it. So we'll talk about something else. So, yeah, so you go in and you're going to have to play defense stellarly because the person you're replacing is probably the best defender in the state.
Oh, yeah.
How would you grade yourself?
I mean, I held their main player, the MVP of last year, to 0 points, which was guarding me.
Yes!
Guarding her, so that was good.
Oh, that's great.
Definitely nerve-wracking, but, I mean, I have to guard G or somebody in practice every single day, so nothing can be harder than that.
Yeah.
I mean.
And then the next thing to talk about is basketball next year. Well, what I can't believe is how overwhelmingly dominant this team was. They just vomited points on people all year long. 2 shutout quarters over Georgetown, several rounds deep in the playoffs. That was a good team.
Yep.
Never trailing the defending state champs who had everybody back. And you're only losing 3 seniors.
I know, it's crazy. We will be still stacked next year, which will be really good.
You're going to play a lot next year as a senior, I think.
Yep, that's what I've been told, so it's getting in some good work for summer. So I
Is
can
that
prepare
good
for that.
news? I mean,
yes,
that's
very
what you
good
want,
news.
right?
Yes. I'm excited. I'm really excited for next year.
I am too. I just sit there and watch you guys and talk. Lifted, shallow left. On comes Verver. He makes the catch. Runner does not tag. 2 down. DH Aaron Toundry, who was a hit batsman and was stranded at second when they left the bases loaded.
Bring the designated hitter, number 4, Aaron Condre.
So next year, senior year.
Yes.
What's gonna happen to you academically? What kind of courses are you gonna take for senior year?
Senior year, I'm definitely dumbing down a little bit.
I did too.
That's just.
Oh, ball gets away from Bretts and they lead 2-1. Everybody moves up. Lackey to third, Joyce to second, 1-0 to Toundry. And for the first time in this series, we trail Medina Valley.
Here we go. Ground ball right here. On, Blake.
Yeah, so next year, you know, all these players back, all those coaches back. You all know how to do this. Missing some talent, certainly, in Sarai, who's, you know, the little engine that runs the team, the driver of the engine, I should say.
Yes.
So you got to find somebody to do that. Well, maybe Molly Lee. You're missing a great defensive player. Well, maybe that's you.
Oh, gosh.
Maybe that's you. I can see somehow this coaching staff and this roster of talented athletes finding a way to fill in those roles. You guys, I think, are going to make another good run.
I totally agree. I mean, Molly is, obviously, you saw how she did in the state game. She is an incredible player, but I think Sarai's leadership will definitely be missed. She is one of the best leaders on the court at all times, and so, but we should definitely make a run for it next year again.
I think so, too. I'm really looking forward to that swing and a miss by Toundry. 3-1 the count now. Need an out here. Keep the margin at 1 run. So, beyond high school, what kind of plans are you setting, or are you just still playing it by ear?
I'm still playing it by ear. I haven't really thought anything out yet. Just kind of seeing where it takes me.
Foul ball hits the umpire. Hit the umpire standing in foul territory. So full count to Toundry. Umpire's going to have a big bruise the size of Neptune. So, Megan, did you ever play softball when you were young?
Oh, no.
No?
That is the one sport I've never played. I've always been interested in it, but my parents wouldn't want to sit through the games. So.
Yeah, it's a slower pace. I mean, what other sport could I narrate as a play-by-play guy and carry on an interview with somebody at the same time?
True, that is
couldn't do it in basketball, certainly, or volleyball, or football.
Definitely not.
We do it a few times a year here in baseball. Bounding ball into right field. Another run will score. They're sending a fourth home. Here comes the throw in plenty of time. He's a dead man. Inning is over, but they lead 3-1. Gunnar Absack throws him out at home to Bretz, and tag may have been a little hard. We're going to stay here and talk to Megan still. So, Megan, how long can you stay tonight?
I think I can stay as long as you would like to talk to me.
You don't want to do that. I'm a talker. I could talk all night long.
It's okay, me too.
We're certainly welcome to stay as long as you want. We're in the, let's see, we're going to the bottom of the third now. Let me see if I can update stuff here.
To the bottom of the third inning. It's 3-1.
3-1 trailing. First time we've trailed in this series. First time we've trailed in the playoffs, as a matter of fact. It was almost 4-1, but a great play by Gunnar Absack, gunning him down at home. So we're talking about plans you might have set after. What schools are you interested in? What kind of field to study?
Oh gosh, I'm definitely interested in going to BYU Hawaii with my sister. You know, that's where she's at. Or Long Beach State. That's also a very good one. A little expensive and pricey, but definitely a pretty campus. I don't know, I'm kind of just up for whatever right now. I don't really have any plans.
So you're wanting to go away from home? Or?
Oh, yes.
You are. Now, here's the thing, though. Remember, every college kid, their first time away from home, goes through this, and that is you got to wash your own toilets, got to wash your own clothes, got to get your own meals. You got to do all that stuff that parents have been doing for you all your life. So you got to, just be ready that you're going to be busier with the logistics of life than you want to be, or that you ever have been.
Yeah.
You got to factor that into free time, studies. Maybe if you're playing sports or whatever, you're going to be incredibly busy, and there's nobody to take any duties from you.
My parents have definitely already started to help me work on that. I mean, I'm out making my own food and stuff already, so I'm not. That isn't the highest concern. It will definitely be homesickness, though.
What do you mean you're out of clothes, Megan? You didn't do your own wash?
Exactly.
Well, but it is exciting to get out on your own, making your own decisions 24 hours a day. Yeah, it is exciting. And Long Beach, well, that's L.A. That's the coast. There's a beach there.
Yeah.
There's some ocean water.
Big beach person.
You are?
Totally.
Our family goes to Port Aransas probably 2 or 3 times a year. You like going down to the coast in Texas here?
I haven't been actually too often. Normally that's not where we go, but all my friends go and I've seen it so pretty.
We go there mainly because it's fairly inexpensive and you can get there in about 3.5 hours. This one's a pop-up to deep short. Hard over there to get it. Haught is down on the fly out.
Gunnar Absack.
To 6. So here's Gunnar. He popped out to short last time up. So what field of study are you interested in collegiately then?
Ooh, definitely in something medically. I love like the medical field and stuff, or whether that's with like being a vet for animals or with people. I haven't quite decided, but that's definitely something I'm interested in.
Is that something that was an evolved decision, fouled into the net, 0-2 to Gunnar, or is it something that you've always wanted to do?
I started out wanting to be a lawyer my whole life.
Ah.
That was my total focus. Everyone who's met me has said I'd be good at it. I like to argue a little bit, but...
Do you win?
Most of the time.
All right, there you go.
But, I don't know.
Would your opponents agree that you won?
Yes.
Okay.
My family does not like to argue with me.
Chased that foul ball, couldn't get it. Still 0-2 to Gunner. I had 3 daughters. Cedar Park class of 02, 03, and 11. And the one from 11, she is got her bachelor's and master's from UTSA and now is working in the swamp in D.C. for some government agency that she can't tell us the name of, and she can't tell us what she's doing. How do you like that?
Ooh.
And she's wanting, though, she's taken the LSAT and done well and is starting to apply. She wants to be a lawyer, too.
That's really cool. Because I couldn't imagine not knowing what my kids are doing.
Yeah, that's a big one. And this one off the glove of the third baseman. Just drove it right through him into left. Gunner turns big, but he's going to go back to first. A one-out single through the third baseman for Gunner Absack. Ryder Hernandez to the plate. Into the night hitting .342, but he fouled out to right field the first time up. No doubt you've seen Ryder Hernandez playing a little football, Megan.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. That kid is crazy.
72 scoring passes this year. 60 touchdowns and 12 two-point conversions. He flied out in foul territory to the right fielder Tanner Haby the first time up. Ryder's gotten to be a very good hitter in his time at Cedar Park. Started out, he even admitted it, man, he could only hit the fastball. Couldn't find the stuff that bent. This one check swings like a bunt in the plate area. Pitcher off the mound and get it, so it wasn't intended to be a sacrifice bunt, but he gets credit for it. 1-3 on the putout, moves Gunner to second, but there are 2 down. We're actually going to take a commercial break when this inning ends. Here's Louis Alonso, the 4-hitter, into the night hitting .342, flied out to left the first time out, gave it a ride, but it went right at somebody. This one he gives a ride to right. Back and to his left goes the right fielder. Makes a running catch. Outstanding play by Tanner Haby. And the Timberwolves are down. We'll be back in just a minute right after this.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms, and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
Austin Go-To Team Realty. If you're thinking about selling your home, now's the time. Contact Greg Oleski for a free market analysis of your home's value and take advantage of this seller's market. Whether you're buying or selling, Greg's your go-to agent for all your real estate needs. Contact him at 512-779-3767 or Greg O at AustinRealEstateExperts.com. That's Austin Go-To Team Realty.
Welcome back to the broadcast. J. Sevier Field, Matt Ariano Park on the campus of Cedar Park High School. Timberwolves trailing in game 2 of the second round, leading 1-0, but trailing in a game 3-1 as we go to the top of the 4th for Medina Valley. They are at 8-9-1 in the order. First baseman Jake Herb will lead off, and we're talking also with Megan Woods, one of the Cedar Park's women's athletics program's superstars, three sports star. You don't mind I call you a superstar, do you?
No, it's
yeah,
okay.
There we go. Lights have come on here, not making much of a difference yet. First pitch from Burton in the dirt, 1-0 to Jake Herb, who was the guy who hit into that interesting 5-2-3 double play to end the second inning. So Megan interested in medical stuff, huh? What do you, I know you're busy with sports and stuff when you're sitting here in high school, 2-0 now to Herb. What do you have as hobbies as a high school kid?
Oh, gosh. My hobbies have become sports. Always doing them.
That's what I was wondering, yeah.
But whenever I'm not doing that, definitely sleeping. Got to catch up somehow.
Sleeping. Another hobby of high school kids, that's true.
And I don't know, like, to do the normal stuff. Watch shows, hang out with my family, hang out with friends a lot whenever I have free time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just always busy, though, with sports. I don't really have much time to do anything.
So I guess, are you 17, I guess, as a junior?
Nope, I'm 16.
16?
When's
your birthday?
August.
I'm the same way. I have a birthday in June, so I was always just that one age all the way
Yep.
through school. Never had a birthday during school.
Yep.
Graduated as a 17-year-old. I guess you will too.
Yep, that's how I'm going to be. It's weird being younger than everyone else.
And there's ball 4. Leadoff walk, an 88%er is Jake Herb for right fielder Tanner Habe, who grounded out to the first baseman the first time up. So you've fairly recently, I guess, gotten the driver's license. You got your independent mobility in the automobile. What kind of car are you driving?
I drive a Camaro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What year?
I think it's a 2017.
2017. We're going to have to tell Brad when he comes back. He is an engine head, and he's got, I think, maybe a 15 Camaro, a black one. Looks like the Batmobile.
Ooh.
Going to change pitchers. Blake is done. And I'm thinking they're going to go maybe to Hunter Hewitt. Does that look like Hunter? Sure does. Hunter Hewitt's going to warm up. And while he's doing that, we'll continue talking with Megan Woods. No outs. Leadoff runner on with a walk in the form of Jake Herb here in the top of the 4th with Medina Valley looking to extend a 3-1 lead. Camaro, man, that's kind of spoiled. First car you get to drive is a car like that.
It totally is. I know it.
Got any tickets?
Actually, I have not.
Hey!
Almost got
knock on
one,
wood.
but I have not.
Knock on woods.
No, I've been lucky to not get one yet.
So I understand your dad's been in IT. Mm-hmm. I spent 38 years in IT, retired about 5 years ago. And retirement's a pretty good life. You get to do stuff like this whenever you want. Pretty good deal. Tell him I recommend it.
I will.
Getting away from the grind. So when you follow sports, what sports do you follow?
Oh, I follow the NBA. Not as much recently, but my family used to be huge Spurs fans.
Ah. Go to a lot of games down there?
We did a couple. My grandparents live down there, so we'd go stay with them and then go to the game.
Ah.
Very fun, but now we're all so busy that we just don't have time for that anymore. What sports do you watch?
Since I have to put in so much time doing Cedar Park football, basketball, and baseball, I don't watch a lot. I'm kind of sportsed out after I work all those. I don't dislike sports. I love them. But I kind of get my itch scratched by the Timberwolves, by you guys and the men's team in basketball, by the football team in football, by this baseball team. So usually in the summer I'll start watching some baseball, though, since there's no school sports going on. I don't have this to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's kind of how I am, too. It's just
play
enough of them. You don't need to watch them as much.
Let me ask you, who is the funniest player on the basketball team?
Oh, gosh. That's hard. There are definitely a lot of funny people on the team, but I'd have to say Elisa is by far the funniest.
Oh, I have to get her on here sometime to get her to crack me up.
Definitely. Her, Ainsley. Ainsley is...
There's a strike, 1-1 to Tanner Havey.
Funny one.
No outs, 1 on. Jake Herb at first with the leadoff walk here. Facing the new pitcher, Hunter Hewitt. Had a couple of hits last night, or rather against Ivy. That one low, nicely blocked by Brett's 2-1. Oh, I had something in mind and it slipped out of it as I was trying to catch folks up here. Maybe it'll come back to me here. Something in mind I was going to ask you. And there's a nice curveball for a called strike 3. 1 down. And now top of the order with Bobby Peterson. We haven't got him out yet. Walked, stole second, but was stranded there in the first. Then he doubled and scored their first run in the third. Well, I know one thing I could ask you. It wasn't what I was thinking of, though. We talked about who the funniest person is on the team. Who's the best singer?
The best singer?
The best singer.
I would definitely have to say probably Shelby.
Oh, my goodness.
Shelby. She used to do choir, so she's got that experience and talent, but I would definitely probably have to say her.
This one, a tapper back through the box. Ryder on, flips it to second for one. Not in time at first, but there are two down as Herb is retired on the 6-4 flip at the bag at 2. Peterson lives at first with a fielder's choice. Update your out count. Type a 2 there for me, Megan. Type a 2 there. Thank you very much. Say it. Megan's being my producer now. Thomas Pardo, the shortstop, struck out, was on with a fielder's choice and scored their second run. 2 down now. Megan, we are awfully glad you could join us tonight, and you're going to leave us after this next out. I'm so happy to come up, or to have you come up and talk with us and tell us a little bit about Megan Woods, the superstar.
Thank you.
People are going to be looking for that next year in volleyball and track, and especially in basketball. I think you're going to be a big role player.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
I am too. I keep saying that. You know, I didn't get enough of that this year. The COVID blew out so many games, and a lot of them ended up being home games. I think I only announced you guys at the Timberdome maybe 6 times, maybe 5 times.
Yeah, we didn't play very
Really
much.
missed that.
All at the Timberdome.
Well, yeah, a lot of most of your games by far were away from home. Tapper to Swift at third, only play at first, and he makes it. So the leadoff walk does not become an 88%er. There were no hits, no runs, no errors, 1 man left aboard. We're going to say goodbye to Megan Woods. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you coming on. Good to see you. Good to talk to you. We'll do this again next year, too.
All right. Sounds good.
Thanks a lot. Megan Woods joining us here on the broadcast. I'll let you listen to the ballpark sounds here, and we'll be back in just a minute. Well, folks, we're sorry the screen's vibrating, but that's those big subwoofers that are right underneath us of the new sound system. It'll stop once the inning gets underway. It won't be shaking like that for you. Academy Sports and Outdoors is a major sponsor of the entire Vype Live network. For all the ways you love to play, Academy makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your nearest Academy store. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Easy for you to say. Trey Verver takes the first pitch inside as we are in the bottom of the 4th. 5, 6, and 7 due. That's Verver, Swift, and McDonald. Verver singled to the left side and ended up scoring our only run in the second inning. That one misses as well, 2-0. Verver comes into the game hitting .319. A little better than that now, 1 for 1. Went hitless last night in 4 trips. This one towards third again and through the third baseman. He dove to his left but couldn't get there quick enough. Verver really pulling the ball tonight, Brad. Both of the shots up the third base side.
Yeah, nice shot. Boy, what a nice conversation with Megan.
Yeah, she's a good kid.
That's a great representation of a high school athlete.
Good player, too. I can't vouch for track and volleyball, having never seen her, but she's a good basketball player. Mm-hmm. Here's Julian Swift, the third baseman, into the night, hitting .429, grounded out to short first time up. Pitch low and away, 1-0.
You get those bats working a bit.
Yeah, let's see. We got a bunt single and 2 singles by Verver and a single to left by Gunner, and that's it.
Had a lot of stuff go in the air, easy out things.
Yeah. There's another one over the third baseman's head. Round in second, looking at third, but he'll stay there. Is Trey Verver. So 2 batters, 2 singles to the third base side. Here's Cannon McDonald, center fielder, comes in the night hitting .369. Walked on a full count pitch in the second, but was stranded at third. We have left 3 guys stranded in scoring position in this game. And looking at theirs, they have left 4 stranded in scoring position. Called strike for McDonald, 0-1. Starting to get twilight here. Sunset tonight, 8:20. It's 8:09, but it's already feeling its effects because of the high clouds to the west of here. Foul bunt to the right side. Quickly 0-2 to Cannon McDonald. Come on, guys. Get the bats working. I want just 4 innings in this series, not 11. Don't want to drive to New Braunfels tomorrow.
Well, you can see who's playing at Green Hall tomorrow night if you have to.
Stay long enough. 2 o'clock first pitch tomorrow if we have that game. On the ground through the middle, sending him around third. And he will score because the center fielder can't scoop up the ball. Scoring from second is Trey Verver. He's got both of our runs. And it's 3-2.
Let's keep that guy in the lineup.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Next to the plate,
3 for 3 in the inning. And a hot hitter to the plate, Cole Kruger. No outs. Julian Swift at second, Cannon McDonald at first. And here's Kruger. Sacrifice fly to right and an RBI, knocking in our first run. So 0 for 0 today. Inside, 1-0. Kruger with 39 at-bats this year, 8 hits, 5 of them singles, 3 doubles, 10 RBIs, scored 10 runs, batting .205 coming in. And their coach, Robert Erb, wants to talk to their pitcher, J.J. Marty, showing a little signs of vulnerability here. Only gave up 3 hits in the first 3 innings.
Mm-hmm.
He's given up 3 hits the first 3 batters here in the 4th. I like that music.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's the Darth Vader theme from Star Wars on a ballpark organ.
Yeah.
I love it.
Got that Monsters feel to it, too.
Yeah. All right, Kruger back to the action with a 1-0 count. Josh Brett's 9-hitter is after him, and that is Josh in the on-deck circle. Then we're back to the top of the order with Haught, Absek, Hernandez, Alonzo. Let's send them all to the plate in this inning.
Yes, please.
Bust this one open. I've out-hit them 7-3 on the scoreboard. I've only got 6-3. That one inside, 2-0. Let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm not sure what else they could be looking at as a hit. There weren't any errors. Swing and a miss.
They've been having a little bit of issue with the scoreboard anyway, so putting the right numbers in the right holes.
Yeah. All their runs were in the top of the third. We scored 1 in the bottom of the second, and now 1 in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. Fouled. Ground, right side. Count even at 22 to Cole Kruger. And, I'm not late updating the scoreboard right now, folks. There really are no outs. Sometimes it says that when there are some outs. High and out, 3-2. I think I know what happened when we lost our signal.
What's that?
just before that, I remember some guy going by there, and I think he may have kicked something out of whack.
I was wondering about that.
I heard a little something, and as I looked, I didn't see anything that we could be indicating from our controls. There's a foul in the plate area. But I think that it's right after that we lost our signal. Full count. Here comes pitch number 7 to Cole Kruger. And they might be
switching runners.
Switching runners for Julian Swift. That's going to be Kevin Muir, who's got a lot of speed and is often a pinch runner. Whoops, let me put it in the right place.
Pinch runner in the game, number 10, Kevin Muir.
Okay, full count still to Cole Kruger. So we get back to the action. Brett's on deck, hot in the hole. Still no outs. Megan's found somebody she knows just down in front of us to the left, and stick around and watch a little bit and jab with them. Trying to be certain not to stand up when Megan was standing up next to me, because it's intimidating for a 61-year-old man to look up at a high school kid.
High school athlete, you get a pass.
High school athlete, yeah. Megan is 1 inch taller than I am. I'm 5'9", she's 5'10". So, not sure what's happening here. Coach is talking through the fence to somebody. Oh. May have had to shy some kids away from the fence over on the left side. You know what? I think those are Cedar Park students who are kind of squatting in their territory and could be considered a problem. So Coach Williams asked them to head back to their territory.
Good call, Coach.
Good call. Full count. Swing and a miss, and Kruger's down. One away for Josh Brett. Swift. His runner Muir is at second, McDonald at first. Tap a 1 there for me, Brad. Tap a 1 there for me. Yowza. Brett's.
Quick batting change, number 17.
Comes into the night hitting 265. Oh, it's going to be Padani, though. Pencil that in here. Padani has 13 trips, 11 at-bats, 4 hits, all singles, 3 RBIs, scored 2 runs, hitting .364, walked 1, struck out 1.
And he's a lefty.
Somebody over here yells, "Earn your scholarship, buddy." 1 out, runners at first and second for Padani. Left-handed hitter. Just misses. Boy, that was a good pitch. Good thing Mason is a baseball player, not a basketball player. Terrible name for a basketball player. Outside. 2-0 to Mason Padani. We had a guy in my high school team. We had a bunch of great names in my high school basketball team. A guy was named Mason. We had another guy named Fowler. We had another guy named Walker. I mean, just all kinds of names you could poke fun at in basketball. Fouled in the plate area. 2-1 to Padani. Padani, one of, I think it's 13 Cedar Park football players on this baseball roster. Talked to a couple of them, Brad, about, does the kind of extreme success that you all have in football, does that translate to baseball? And they said they feel like it definitely does, the psychology of it.
Yeah, you get confidence that you can do it on the football field. Why not confidence you can do it on the diamond?
Or anything else.
Anything else.
Think about that in terms of your whole life.
Exactly.
2-2 now. Danny. Tying run in scoring position. Man. I wonder if they're going to say that's a foul ball. No, his bat did not get a hold of that. First was occupied at the time of that strike 3. Now but coach is saying no. I had them going. I had them running. Well, it's not the first time an umpire has missed on that call. He's looking down at first, but Annie's staying there. Maybe coach got what he wanted.
Maybe so.
Nope, but Annie's sitting down.
Cedar Park, number 5, Cade Hot.
So 2 outs now.
But the runners are staying at second and third. So.
Back space over that and then type a 2. Yeah. The back space, I think it's up near the top there.
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Got
there you go. And then put a 2 there for me. First pitch misses. Top of the order with Haught. Into the night hitting .422. Had a bunt single but was stranded at second and then popped out to short. So Kate hasn't put it through the infield yet. That would be nice right here. There's a good pitch for a strike.
Yep.
Cedar Park fans didn't like it at all, but that's been pretty consistently called a strike.
Yeah, for us too.
Here's the 1-1 way outside. 2-1 to Cade. A walk wouldn't be a disaster for them here. Would make a force out at any base for the 3rd out. And a line drive to a gap for Haught here. How about that?
Great.
How about that? Inside.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That was a bender.
That was over the chalk line of the batter's box. Called it a strike, though. 2-2. Be careful, Cade. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Back through the pitcher. Shortstop on with it, trying to make the play, and he makes it. Run does not count.
Nope.
Cedar Park scores 1, draws closer, but still trails by a run. 3-2. We'll be back in just a minute.
Here's what they believe at Toyota of Cedar Park. They believe in fostering relationships that are built on trust and integrity. They believe their team deserves to work in a supportive, competitive, family environment. They believe in respecting your time and intelligence, and that's why they offer an express purchase and express service. Lastly, they believe in sharing their passion with you. They're just south of New Hope Road on the southbound side of 183A. Find them online at toyotaofcedarpark.com. Adele Golf, top-tier makers of custom clubs, EAS model putters, wedges, single-length irons. Golf Digest just awarded their EAS putters gold medals in the blade and mallet categories. Adele Golf, groundbreaking products that shift the thinking of the golf equipment industry. Adele Golf, where you go to get better. Simplify your game. Single length, single swing, your aim, your choice. That's EDELGolf.com.
All right, Brad Cone, Brad Boschel sitting with me now in place of Megan Woods, bringing you the action here. Cedar Park down by 1. 3-2 as we go to the top of the 5th, getting kind of late. 3-4-5 due in the Panthers' order. That's third baseman Jared Lackey, pitcher J.J. Marty, catcher Whit Joyce. Here's Jared Lackey, who pitched last night. Took the loss. He struck out, walked and scored.
First up the bat, number 16, Jared Lackey.
Takes the first one for a called strike 1. From Hunter Hewitt. It's our guest on the post-game show during the first round. 1-1 now to Lackey. When whipping around when we started this game, and now the American flag almost limp out there. I feel no wind on us here in the stands. Here's a 1-1. Fastball swing and a miss. 1-2. Blew that one by him. What a good crowd here tonight, Brad. Both of the games that you've been here, we've had a chance to see Cedar Park fans really show up. Wow, that was a good pitch. Called it a ball, 2-2. on the ground towards Haught at second to his left. Gloves it and throws over to Alonzo. One down. Oop, I didn't change that. Go ahead and put one in there, Brad.
J.J. Marty.
And there, type top space 5. Top space 5.
Type in top?
Yeah. There you go. Here's J.J. Marty, the dangerous one. At least there's nobody on base. Swing and a miss. A big swing he's got.
Big swing. Still feel the breeze.
Yeah. One out, nobody on for their home run hitter. Chips it foul. Might be playable right side. Chasing it is Alonzo. Can't catch up to it.
Couldn't track it.
It's going to be a great catch over his shoulder if he was able to make it. But 0-2. Pace of this game has slowed precipitously. 0-2 to J.J. Marty. Taking a throw outside and low. 1-2.
That was a good pitch to see if he'd chased it.
Lifted. Foul territory. Coming back over the fence. Almost lands on the photographer and his expensive cameras. Woo! Still 1-2 to Marty.
Explain that to the insurance company.
Yeah. You know, he's a little close to that net with those expensive cameras. That net has a lot of give in it. If a foul ball just comes straight back at him, that could destroy one of those cameras, even though he's behind the net. It's just
One
a nylon
came right back
net.
at his face, second inning, I believe, and yeah, it didn't go toward the camera, it went toward him.
Pitch is high. 2-2 to Marty. Just don't give them any more base runners. Cedar Park in the bottom of the fifth will be at 2-3-4 in the order. Absek, Hernandez, and Alonzo. So some good hitters coming up. There's one ripped down the third base line. In fair, going to be a double for J.J. Marty as Verver gets it back in. Good thing he didn't get more of that.
Number 10.
Whit Joyce, the catcher, doubled and was thrown out at home. Walked and was stranded at second. Foul out of play towards the softball field. 0-1 to Whit Joyce. Fouled into the net right side, 0-2. A great night at the ballpark. I've always said I wish high school could play every night.
Yeah.
The season's short as it is, you know, only 3 months or so, and that's if you get to the playoffs. Just wish they could play more. I know you can't do it in the summer and all that, but it's just a great sport. It's a great venue here, the ballpark. Inside, 1-2. I especially like it when I hear the sound of kids in the park, you know. I know they're running around playing, but also, you know, I might soak in a little baseball, start learning the game. Bretz and Hewitt talking it over in the grass in front of the mound. One out, J.J. Marty at second. Medina Valley with a 3-2 lead. Did not go. They're going to appeal, but he did not. Cedar Park fans wanted it, but he didn't.
Nope. Good effort in trying to sell it, though.
Yep. Might as well ask.
Part of the game.
inside. Full count now to Joyce. Just to make sure our stream stays up, folks, I've got it on live and my laptop in front of me, and I can tell you you're seeing stuff in the past. You're about on a 15-second or so delay. What you're seeing right now and hearing right now happened 15 seconds ago. Full count now to Whit Joyce. And a walk for Joyce.
That'll bring up.
Sorry, we went away for a second. Missed a ball 4 pitch, putting Tyler Mangum aboard. Excuse me, putting Whit Joyce aboard. Here is Tyler Mangum with 1 out, runners at first and second. First pitch misses, 1-0. Hunter Hewitt. Fastball for a called strike 1. The DH Aaron Towndre is up next, and then Jake Herb, the first baseman. Blocked by Bretts, 2-1. One down here. A sharp one-hopper to Ryder would be good for ending the inning here with no damage done. They're going to run, get a faster guy on first, probably thinking the same thing. Joaquin Arguelles. Pinch runner.
Number 17, Joaquin Arguelles.
Two-one to Tyler Mangum. It's on with an E5 and stranded at third. Flied out to Verver and left. A little low. 3-1. Chopper foul left side. 3-2 now to Mangum. A lot of full counts in this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for them. For our hitters, 1, 2, 3. So 8 full counts. 8 different batters have had full counts in this game. 3-2 to Tyler Mangum. A nice called strike 3. He thought he was on.
Nope.
That'll bring up number 4, Aaron.
Aaron Towndre, the DH, a hit batsman who was stranded at second. And this other out occurred while we were down, and I was chasing things around, so I didn't get it logged in. But that out ended the third. Blocked by Bretts, 1-0.
I was wondering when he was going to clean that plate.
Yeah, he apparently needs it. Oh, there it is, he says. No wonder they're yelling at me. One and 0, the count to Aaron Towndre. Fouled it out of play, right side, 1-1. Got Abzek, Hernandez, Alonso, Verver, Swift due to the plate. Boy, do we need hit after hit after hit from those guys.
For the next 3 innings, please.
Yeah. High. 2-1. One of these times I'm going to have to try to get a hot dog at the concession stand rather than a cheeseburger. Just, baseball kind of seems to be a hot dog sport. But I like their cheeseburgers so much.
They got relish and mustard down there, or onions and mustard down there.
Ah. Foul, third base side. 2-2 now to Toundry. Strike away from getting out of this one. Worked his way out last inning. Going to try to do it again right here.
Ooh.
Oh, the ball gets through Brett's. It was high and in. The runners move up. Makes the third out a little more difficult to get. Marty moves to third. Joyce moves to second. That's a full count to Toundry. Need the strikeout now. Well, any kind of out on the batter. All four, they load the bases. So Toundry's at first, Joyce at second, Marty at third. There are 2 outs for the first baseman, Jake Herb. He grounded into that 5-2-3 twin killing, then walked and was picked off at second base. Here comes Coach to talk to Hunter Hewitt. And they're keeping Ben Cooper in the back pocket as a starter in case they need him to tomorrow. So he probably would not be anybody that they would spell the pitcher with. I'm thinking that if Hunter Hewitt gets into trouble, it's probably Trey Hibbets. Discussing tactics here with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Jake Herb steps in.
Nice pitch.
Strike one. The 0-1 from Hunter Hewitt. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Bases are loaded. Fouled out of play right side. Still 0-2. Comes the 0-2. Oh, he got him! Nice pitching by Hunter Hewitt as he dances off the mound. That's his sack dance. All right, we're going to let you listen to the sounds of the ballpark here. We'll be back in just a second. So as we go to the bottom of the fifth. Getting late. Cedar Park at 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Right fielder Gunnar Absek. Shortstop Ryder Hernandez. First baseman Louis Alonso to face J.J. Marty, their starter, who is still on the mound. He has scattered 6 hits. The scoreboard says 7. I've looked through my score sheet several times. I've only got 6, and I can't even see another place where another hit might have been logged. So he scattered 6 hits and only 2 runs. He's faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 over the minimum through 4. And here's Gunnar. Gunnar came in hitting .347, popped out to short, singled to left field, but was stranded at second.
First up, number 13, Gunnar Absek.
First one's low. 1-0 to Gunnar. Now, folks, if there is a game 3 and you plan on going to New Braunfels, take your folding soccer chairs with you. So looking at that stadium, there's a curveball for a called strike 1, 1-1 to Absek. It's a very small seating area, just one rectangular seating area. A third the size of our stadium, right in front of their press box, and that's it. On the ground to the shortstop. Can't get the glove out of his hand, and he pulled him off the bag. Had a little trouble getting the ball into his hand out of the glove, and that forced a bad throw. So Gunnar will live on the E6. Ryder to the plate.
Second when they fell asleep.
Oh, that's happened about 6 times this year.
What heads up play by Gunnar.
And their coach had come out and said there were a timeout. He just said there was a timeout, it's a dead ball, and we'll see. Umpire doesn't seem to be inclined to agree with him. Heads up run, we've seen Ryder Hernandez do that. We've seen Cade Haught do that.
14, Ryder Hernandez.
Usually in the same situation. Getting to first unexpectedly, and somehow it changes the attention span of a defense, moping that they didn't get him out or whatever. And we've seen them go to second when they weren't paying attention. This one goes to the screen, and Absek ends up at third with a tying run. And a 1-0 count on Ryder. Hernandez comes into this game hitting .342 on the year. He fouled out to right and had an accidental sacrifice bunt. It was a check swing. 1-3 was the outplay.
His body language, like, did that really happen?
High. 2-0 to Ryder. I'll take a walk with Ryder, but I would rather have Ryder's big bat get on the ball here. That one's low. Whoa, looked low, but they called it a strike. 2-1. I'm with Ryder. I wouldn't have swung at that either.
Yeah, he watched it all the way down, but
not a good enough pitch to hit, even if the guy wants to call it a strike. Fouled into the post and bounces back onto the field. You should get points for that or something. 2-2 to Ryder. Louis Alonso on deck. Trey Verver after Louis. Wind in the delivery from Marty. On a line over the shortstop's head, and this game is tied. Ryder thinks about second, but they get it in pretty quickly. RBI single to left center for Ryder Hernandez. Brings in Gunnar Absek from third.
Number 19, Louis Alonso.
Louis Alonso came in hitting .342. Flied out to left, flied out to right. So he's due.
He's due. Let's drive another one.
Takes the signals from coach at third. So no outs and a tie game. Pitch tails outside, 1-0 to Louis.
Time.
So they'll talk it over at the mound. Alonzo will go talk to Coach Williams at third. Cedar Park could, if they win tonight or tomorrow, it could face Rouse in the next round. Rouse is down 1-0 to Floresville, though. Their game 2 is tonight. I'd like to play Rouse mainly because I know we wouldn't have to travel, just to Leander.
Yeah, for sure.
5th throw to a base. They've already
that
thrown
would be
one
a
away.
rocking stadium.
Yeah. Rouse and Cedar Park with a good rivalry in baseball. That one's high, 2-0 to Louis. And Cedar Park leads the all-time series, but I think the mark is something only like 11 games to 7 or something. So it's been a very well-played series. That one outside. 3-0 to Louis.
What do you do on 3-0? Do you swing decent?
Well, you know, that's kind of up to the coach. That's why he steps back and looks. Coach sometimes doesn't want him to swing. Trying to force the pitcher to throw a strike. And there it is. Me as a free agent hitter, I'll make my own decision. If the pitch is hittable, I mean, I don't know how many of those I'm going to get. I might swing at 3-0.
I did most of them.
Steps off. There goes the runner from first. The throw down, not in time. Oh, it's a walk. The guy next to me is yelling it's a walk while I'm calling it.
Yep.
I should have paid attention. So no steal for Ryder.
Number 22, Trey Verver.
Trey Verver, the left fielder.
Another mound conference.
So while there's a pitcher's mound conference, there's also going to be a conference with Verver up the third baseline with Coach Williams. Verver comes in hitting .319, leads the team in home runs with 4, leads the team in extra base hits, as a matter of fact, with 20. And all he's done tonight is drive that .319 north. 2 singles, both of them through the third baseman. And he scored both times he got on base. He has 2 of our 3 runs. Absek has the other, scored just a few moments ago. So a new pitcher. Let's see if we can find a number on this, Brad.
3?
Maybe a 3. He'll turn all the way around right here, maybe. Yeah, 3. That'd be Thomas Pardo. He's been the shortstop.
I believe pitcher and shortstop just traded positions.
That's the biggest shortstop I've ever seen in my life.
Relief pitcher for Medina Valley, number 3.
But it looks like you're right. J.J. Marty to short, Thomas Pardo to the mound. While they're warming up, Mr. Boschelt here and I, in a little over a month's time, are going to Arizona together. We are going to Tucson to see one of the top aerospace museums in the world. It really, we're kind of selling ourselves short. It really, to take your time and spend all the time you want with each exhibit, each aircraft, it's about a 3-day sucker. We're going to get a day and a half. So we'll get most of it.
Yeah.
And we're also going to spend half a day seeing the Titan Missile Museum. There's a Titan ICBM and its entire launch complex, perfectly preserved. All they did was take the fuel out of the Titan rocket and take the nuclear warhead out of the tip of the rocket. Everything else is left as is as a museum.
They got the blast door half closed, too.
Yeah, so the Soviets can see. Right.
Satellites. Yeah, that's going to be a fun trip.
Through the great American desert. Here's Verver. See if we can get a lead here. Got a runner in scoring position. Hernandez at second. That one's low and away, 1-0 to Trey. Louis Alonso at first. There are no outs.
We're going to have to really adjust to the location of the ball coming out from the mound because it's quite a bit different than the left guy.
Diminutive, shall we say, this particular pitcher compared to the guy he replaced. Guy replaced is standing at short, and with this guy, Pardo, standing on the mound, both of their heads are at the same level. May have crossed his catcher up, Whit Joyce, on that first pitch. He went out to talk to him a little bit.
Get their sign straight. Just go ask Ryder at second. He'll straighten it out.
Yeah. 1-0 to Trey. What a great crowd. Just your random district game against, say, Eastview this year, Brad. There's a little less than half this number of people here. Double steal attempt, throw down to third, not in time. Ryder gets third at the same time. Alonso gets second. Verver swung through the pitch, so it's 1-1. But now the go-ahead run, a 30-yard dash away. And with that leadoff, maybe a 27-yard dash. Big lead at second for Alonso. Look at that lead by Alonso. Oh.
Down the line.
Coach tried to field that one, didn't have his glove on. 1-2 the count to Verver. Maybe Coach didn't like that big lead Louis had.
No.
Or he just wants some speed out there that might be a little bit better than Louis. So he's got Houston Molinaro, and we know he's got speed.
Absolutely.
Pinch runner in the game, number 20, Houston Molinaro.
So Molinaro sauce at second with blazing speed. The lead by Alonso was probably 40% of the way to third on that last pitch. He was behind the shortstop and passed him.
He was playing deep short.
Yeah. Maybe Coach Williams was thinking, I'm not sure you can beat the shortstop back to the bag.
Well, the second baseman was way off the bag, too, and not inclined to go there.
That's how you can get away with that. 1-2 the count. And I thought he was going to hit him. Boy, did that have a bend on it. That was headed right for his left hip. Bent in towards the inside edge of the plate, but didn't make it that far. 2-2.
There's a good eye, or else he is waiting for it to hit him.
Yeah, he was going to wear it. Julian Swift on deck. Swung on foul back over our heads to the right. Still 2-2. Here's pitch number 6 of the at-bat. Nice touch starting with the last game here. First game you were here, Brad, instead of every flag at the corners of the stadium being the black and green and white Cedar Park flag, some of them are American flags. I like it.
That is nice.
Oh, a swing and a miss, and Verver is down.
That was another big curveball.
But that's only the first out of the inning.
24, Julian Swift.
And here's Swift. Going to talk with Lanny Williams for a second, but Swift comes into the night hitting .429. Grounded out to short and a single to left. His runner that time was Muir, and he was stranded at second. Boy, these stands are crowded. We got people sitting in the aisles on the Cedar Park side.
Lining the wall down there, first baseline.
First pitch to Swift. Foul back into the net, 0-1. A sacrifice into the outfield would do the trick. I'd rather get a single.
There's a nice gap between right and center.
Yeah. Got an out to work with. Only one down. This one through third base. That's going to give us a 2-run lead. Ryder Hernandez scores from third. Alonso's runner Molinaro scores from second. 2 RBI single. That's what we were calling for, wasn't it? From Julius Swift.
Exactly.
Up to bat, number 6, Cannon McDonald.
Cannon McDonald to the plate, a 369 hitter coming in. Walked and was stranded at third. RBI single up the middle. Stranded at first. Cannon fouls it out of play right side, 0-1.
We're getting a lot of bat on ball, even though they go foul, there's a lot of contact.
I was saying earlier that to Megan when she was on that this is, I've seen all the Cedar Park baseball teams ever, and this is the best one. I'm pretty firmly convinced of that now. I've seen better pitching staffs. I've seen defenses that might have been a little better. Not seen an offense that comes close to it. Far and away the best hitting and base running team I've seen. That was high and inside for a called strike too. Almost hit Cannon's left shoulder and he called it a strike.
That guy throws a big bender though, so.
This one's lifted to left, but right at the left fielder who makes the catch. Tyler Mangum. 2 down.
Next up, plate number 2, Cole.
Cole Kruger, the DH. Cole came in hitting .205, got an RBI sacrifice fly to right, and struck out. So a little lower than .205 now. 2 outs, 3 runs in the inning. The lead is 2. You can always use more. Low and away. 1-0 to Kruger. Seventh batter to the plate for the Timberwolves here in the bottom of the 5th. There goes the runner. Swings through it. The throw down, not in time. Stolen base for Julian Swift. Kruger takes one for the team swinging at a bad pitch. 1-1 because he was supposed to. Another runner in scoring position for the Timberwolves. Driven to right center. They're chasing it. Comes up with the catch. Outstanding play by their center fielder, Bobby Peterson, on a well-hit ball by Cole Kruger. But Cedar Park sends 7 to the plate. There's an error, a hit, another hit, a walk, and 3 runs. They lead 5-3 now. Through 5 complete. We'll be right back after this.
Experience the difference at Toyota of Cedar Park, one of the Austin area's newest automobile dealerships. Their new vehicle department will always stock the newest Toyota models you need. The pre-owned vehicles they choose must each pass a rigorous inspection and be in tip-top shape before they make it to their lot or website for you to see. And if you're looking for budget-friendly Toyota certified used vehicles, they've got you covered, and you can rest easy knowing that the best new cars make the best used cars. That's Toyota of Cedar Park at toyotaofcedarpark.com. Adele Golf, top-tier makers of custom clubs, EAS model putters, wedges, single-length irons. Golf Digest just awarded their EAS putters gold medals in the blade and mallet categories. Adele Golf, groundbreaking products that shift the thinking of the golf equipment industry. Adele Golf, where you go to get better. Simplify your game. Single length, single swing, your aim, your choice. That's EDELGolf.com.
All right, welcome back to the ball game. Cedar Park up 5-3 now. Pinch hitter Ethan Garza will lead off the inning. Top of the 6 in the 9-hole for Medina Valley, now trailing. Cedar Park led 1-0, then trailed 3-1, made it 3-2, now then tied it up, and now have made it 5-3. Ooh, what a pitch. Interesting call. Throw it again, he'll call it a strike. Say it again, Brett, I had you down.
There's that same pitch, now strike.
Yeah. What do you know?
Maybe, he cleaned the plate before that first pitch. Maybe that kind of threw him off a bit.
Low and away, 2-1.
We getting blown up?
Our chat room's firing up. There's a call.
Nice.
2-2. Cedar Park needs 6 outs to advance to the Region 4 quarterfinals next weekend. Swing and a miss. There's one of them. Hunter Hewitt with another strikeout. Top of the order was center fielder Bobby Peterson, and we haven't gotten him out yet. All in the fielder's choice last time. It was stranded at first. Double and scored in the third. Walked, stole second, but was stranded there in the first to lead off the game. Made a terrific running, diving catch in right center of a ball that I was certain was headed to the wall.
That was an outstanding play.
That looked high and out. Called it a strike. I'll take that. 0-1 to Peterson. Keep hearing people to our left, the Medina Valley side, cheering for Hunter. This one's fouled out of play to the right side. 0-2.
You got a lot of Cedar Park people that can't fit on this side.
Yeah.
Then go on that side.
Hunter now a strike away from being an out away from being an inning away. There's
nice
that
pitch.
strike. Woo. Standing strikeout. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Last night there were a pair of strikeouts in the final inning, and there's our there's our caca call of the wild emu.
That'll bring up number 1.
There's a couple T-shirts around here that says "Fear the Emu."
I love it. Thomas Pardo, the shortstop. Well, now he's the pitcher. This one, it looked like a foul ball, but it actually hit the plate and then Brett's and then went up. Want to know to Pardo. Boy, he is a small guy. How can he get the ball to first from short? Tapper foul, left side. 1-1. 2 strikes away from being an inning away. I keep needing to check my phone when it makes that noise in case it's something from production staff. But it's Alan and Dean and Tommy and Nick. On the ground, to Cade Haught at second. Cleanly fielded and over to Hunter for out number 3, and Cedar Park is just an inning away. I'll let you listen to the sounds of the ballpark. All right, welcome back to the action. Easy for you to say. Brad Cohn here, the V of the T, along with Brad Boschelt. We're bringing you the action from J. Sevier Field at Matt Ariano Park on the campus of Cedar Park High School in Cedar Park, Texas, where the weather is lovely.
Oh, man. Can we order this every day?
I know. This is just outstanding. Another new pitcher. Let's see if we can catch that number, Brad.
11.
11? 11 is Tanner Habe. Now, he was out there in right, so they got a new right fielder. No chance of seeing that number. Change it in the batting order, too. He's no longer right fielder. He's the pitcher. Righty, tall, lanky kid. And he will face, for Cedar Park, 9-1-2. Josh Bretz, and then top of the order with Cade Houghton and Gunnar Absack. There goes Rick Hernandez. Trying to work out go to dinner with the Hernandez family sometime next week. That'll be fun.
We're heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Cedar Park leads 5-0.
Rick and his wife and Ryder and Ryder's sister, freshman basketball player Ridgely Hernandez.
Number 23, Josh.
So here's Bretz into the night, hitting .265, flied out to right and struck out. Oh, no, actually, it was Padani, rather, pinch hitting for him that struck out. So Bretz just 0 for 1 with a fly out to right. Tanner Habe on the mound now for Medina Valley. High and or out, 1-0. Medina Valley kind of with an Oklahoma State look. They're orange and brown, their colors. Or Cleveland Browns look. 2-0. The museum Brad and I are going to in Tucson is just across the runway from Davis Monthan Air Force Base, which is where the Air Force, well, all the U.S. military flies all their old airplanes they want to retire to the desert. So this museum just, you're phasing out your XYZ kind of airplane? Send one of them our way, will you? And they do. So they got everything there. It's going to take us a long time to get through everything.
About a year and a half ago, the B-52 was resurrected from there and flown in and replaced one that was lost from Barksdale, Shreveport.
3-1 now the count to Josh. They also have 5 indoor hangars they've built there, Brad, that are air conditioning. So we won't have to be out in the desert sun all day. We kind of go in and out of those hangars. Brett's with a leadoff walk becomes an 88%er. They've got a few airplanes there. They're like the only ones that are on exhibit anywhere in the world. So we're going to be having our eyeballs hanging out. Top of the order with Cade Houghton. On with a bunt single, but stranded at second. Popped out to the shortstop and then grounded out to the shortstop.
Pinch runner over at first base, Darian Sue.
Oh, Darian Sue's going to run.
Well, that's a good thing.
He is extremely speedy. A very heads-up kind of savvy base runner as well. Kind of guy that makes things happen like you see Gunnar and Ryder do, and Haught.
Make that defense think twice.
I wholeheartedly agree with aggressive, almost hyper-aggressive base running, and Sue will get to second without having to be aggressive. Because, Coach and I have talked about this. There's a bunch of 16, 17, 18-year-old boys out there. Make them throw the ball around a bunch of times. They're going to end up screwing it up.
A lot of moving parts is a good thing for
you can make a play. Offense. You can make 2, you can make 3, you can make 4, but sooner or later you're going to start screwing it up. Putting pressure on them is the way to do that. One 1-0 the count to Cade Houghton. Shows bunt, pulls the bat back, gets away, and he's going to get to third again, uncontested.
Starting off like last inning where Gunnar made his way to third with no outs.
Yep. Darian Sue. Our insurance policy trying to make it a 3-run lead here late in the game. 2-0 to Cade Houghton. On the ground, through the hole between short and third. Sue in to score easily. RBI single for Cade Hawk.
Next to the plate for Cedar Park, number 13, Gunnar Absek.
6-3 now. Timberwolves. Gunnar Absek to the plate, into the game, hitting .347, popped out to short, singled to left and was stranded at second. Lived on an E6 and scored. One and 0. Runner goes from first.
Nice
over
hit,
the
nice
third
hit.
baseman's head, drops in the left, running around second. He's going to get to third. Talk
good.
about aggressive heads-up base running. The guy goes from first to second. Hawk goes first to third. Absek gets to second on it. We're going to have to call it a single. He went to second on the throw to third. I heard their announcing crew, who was not far away from me last night, we were doing this kind of thing, and a couple of them got out. We had two guys thrown out at the plate. We had a guy thrown out at second twice to end an inning, and they were talking about that. Well, they're just running themselves out of innings and out of runs, and I didn't have time to go over and tell them, well, no, let me explain this to you.
And then look at the scoreboard.
This is the idea, yeah. That's how we get 9 runs off of only 5 hits. New hitter for the Timberwolves. No, it didn't. It's Ryder. So, to recap, we got Haught at third, Absek at second. Coach is talking to umpire like he's got a pinch somewhere. Did he put somebody in? Why would he put somebody in for Gunnar at second? I can't see trading any of these guys out. It's definitely Ryder milling about the plate area. Yeah, no new players anywhere, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Cade Haught at third, Gunnar Absek at second, no outs. Mason Pedani has already scored, running for Josh Bretz's leadoff walk, so there's an 88%er. Here's Hernandez to the plate, coming in hitting .342, fouled out to right, sacrifice bunt, RBI single over the shortstop's head.
That was a smoker. Let's do that again.
Yeah, I'm for that. Low, it gets through. Here comes the runner. He'll score easily. Cade Haught scores from third to make it 7-3. Absek goes to third on the play. Count 1-0 to Ryder Hernandez. You'll see it change there in a few seconds. We're about 15 seconds behind.
Got it. There we go.
Hernandez. 1-0 count. On the ground, into left. Another run scores. Gunnar Absek comes in, and this game is turning into almost a mirror image of what happened last night. Take an early lead, lose command of the game, and then late in the game just absolutely start hammering some nails. Coach is sending Louis back. Going to hit for Louis Alonso with someone. See who we got. Ben Cooper. This will only be like the second batting appearance for Ben Cooper.
Stadium announcer likes this guy.
He's a great pitcher. He would be our starting pitcher tomorrow if we somehow lose this game.
Okay.
But doesn't bat much. Just so I can fit our batting stuff onto one page, there's 4 or 5 guys who've only got like 1, 2, 3, 4 at-bats in the season. I just take their lines out, so I don't have 2 pages that I have to bring with me. Ben's one of those. Only been to the plate once or twice. First pitch called strike one. Oh, I thought he was going to call a strike one. 1-0 to Ben. There are still no outs. 3 runs are in. Runner at first is Ryder Hernandez. Watch for Ryder to do fancy things on the bases. Look at that high pitch. It almost came out of his hand wrong. 2-0, and boy, Panthers, you don't want to put on a guy who's in his second at-bat of the season. You don't want to put him on. You need to get him out.
But you can if you want to.
But you can put him on if you want to. There's a called strike, 2-1. The low part of the zone. Ryder not much of a lead. There he goes. And this is right at the shortstop. They're going to double Ryder off. Actually chased him down and tagged him rather than risk the throw. And that's a smart play.
Yep.
So a weird double play. An unassisted double play. Don't see a lot of those by the shortstop, Pardo.
Next to the plate.
So 2 down. Base is empty.
Jack Newman.
For Jack Newman, another pinch hitter who doesn't bat very often. I don't have his numbers in here either, so he's got 4 or 5 at-bats or less, since I don't have him on me. 2 outs now.
Steps off.
I just now remembered what I was going to ask Megan Woods, called strike 1 to Jack Newman. So, when you lose the track of something, it just sticks in your mind. Part of your brain keeps trying to fish for it for hours afterwards. Well, that's been happening in my head. Strike 2. And what I was going to ask her and couldn't think of at the moment was where they went to eat after the Alamo Dome, the state championship game. I'm actually dying to know that. Swing and a miss.
Oh.
And Newman is down on strikes. 3 away. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Last chance for Medina Valley. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Experience the difference at Toyota of Cedar Park, one of the Austin area's newest automobile dealerships. Their new vehicle department will always stock the newest Toyota models you need. The pre-owned vehicles they choose must each pass a rigorous inspection and be in tip-top shape before they make it to their lot or website for you to see. And if you're looking for budget-friendly Toyota certified used vehicles, they've got you covered, and you can rest easy knowing that the best new cars make the best used cars. That's Toyota of Cedar Park at toyotaofcedarpark.com. Adele Golf, top-tier makers of custom clubs, EAS model putters, wedges, single-length irons. Golf Digest just awarded their EAS putters gold medals in the blade and mallet categories. Adele Golf, groundbreaking products that shift the thinking of the golf equipment industry. Adele Golf, where you go to get better. Simplify your game. Single length, single swing, your aim, your choice. That's EDELGolf.com.
Brad Combe, Brad Boschel back here bringing you all the action live from the ballpark. Game 2, round 2, up 1-0 already. A win in this one sends Cedar Park to the Region 4 quarterfinals, the 3rd round. They need 3 outs. They are at 3, 4, 5 in the Medina Valley order. Scheduled are Jared Lackey, J.J. Marty, and Whit Joyce. We'll see who they're sending. It is Jared Lackey to lead off.
Hunter's still on the mound. Big guy against big guy right now.
Lackey struck out in the 1st, walked and scored in the 3rd. It's their final run, and he grounded out to 2nd in the 5th.
Nice pitch.
First one a called strike. Hunter's bearing down. Swing and a foul tip caught by Bretz, 0-2. Lackey has struck out once already. Lifted to left field. Trey Verver barely has to move and makes the catch. 1 down.
bring up number 13, J.J. Marty.
J.J. Marty coming to the plate with one out, nobody on.
Strike.
Oh, and 1 the count to Marty. Chop foul third base side. 0-2. 4 strikes away. Medina Valley had a good season. They're the runner-up in their district to a pretty good team. 25th ranked team in the state. Record not terribly impressive. They didn't play as many games as a lot of teams. They came into the playoffs at 18-7. Started out district, though, 8-0 before losing 3 of their last 5, unfortunately, to fall to second place. Swing and a miss weekly, and Marty is down. 2 away, 1 out to go. And lost to Cedar Park, so at the moment, they've actually lost 4 of 6, and they're on the verge of losing 5 of their last 7 after starting out 8-0 in district.
Wow, what a flip.
Whit Joyce, the catcher. A double thrown out at home, walked and stranded at second, and walked and stranded at second again. This one low and in the dirt, 1-0. First called ball Hunter has thrown in this inning, and only the second called ball to the last 4 batters by Hunter Hewitt. Hunter's given up no runs. I shouldn't be saying this, right? 2 walks. Only 1 hit, and struck out 6. Great relief appearance. Cedar Park took the lead while he was pitching. He should get the win then.
Woo.
That one's high and in, 2-0. Yeah, that's right. He would get the win. 3-0. But that's a pre-egg hatch chicken counting.
Exactly.
Since we're 3-0 here. Make that 4-0 and a 2-out walk. That's going to be frustrating for Coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Get the 2 quick first outs. But yeah, somebody's yelling to our side and they're right. Don't worry about that runner. Not at all.
Next up, number 6, Tyler Mangum.
Just gives another opportunity for an out.
Their number 6 hitter, left fielder Tyler Mangum. Lived on an E5, stranded at third, fly out to left, struck out looking. Coach is going to come out and talk to Hunter. Maybe he's going to say just that.
To come at you, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the Honorable Coach Williams.
That's pretty good. So, to reset, 2 outs here in the 7th. 1 runner at first. Whit Joyce with a 2-out, 4-pitch walk. Cedar Park up 8-3.
I think Coach was actually just telling Hunter, hey, you already did the sack dance. Do something different.
Yeah, just something to keep him loose. And Tyler Mangum to the plate. Hunter Hewitt. Been pitching well. Came on with no outs in the 4th. So making a bid. Actually, as of this moment, the majority of the outs in this game have been to Hunter Hewitt. 0-1. On the ground, Swift gets it at third, across the diamond, in time, and the ball game's over. Cedar Park with an 8-3 win, came from behind, and this one you can see him dancing it off out there. Wins round 2. Now you know the drill here. We're going to go to extended commercial break, and when we come back, we'll give you some of the numbers that we've tabulated and have Coach and maybe a player or two. This is Cedar Park Baseball on the Vype Network. We'll be back in a minute.
Thundercloud Subs is a neighborhood sub shop with a rich tradition of good-natured people serving fresh, fast, and healthy food in a quirky and fun atmosphere. Founded in Austin in 1975, Thundercloud has the simple philosophy of selling a great sub at a reasonable price with superb ingredients, scratch-baked bread, meats, cheeses, and produce sliced fresh every day. All these ingredients come together to create the one and only Thundercloud Sub at 4 Points and at 700 East Whitestone in Cedar Park.
You know the Alzer family. They've been involved in Cedar Park sports for years, just as Alzer's Barbecue has been involved in Cedar Park cuisine for years. It's one-of-a-kind, authentic Texas barbecue. Brisket, turkey, chicken, lamb, terrific sides and sauces. It's sheer succulence. That's Alzer's Barbecue, next to the Shell Station on 1431, just east of Lakeline. Open Friday through Sunday, every weekend.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
Austin Go-To Team Realty. If you're thinking about selling your home, now's the time. Contact Greg Oleski for a free market analysis of your home's value and take advantage of this seller's market. Whether you're buying or selling, Greg's your go-to agent for all your real estate needs. Contact him at 512-779-3767 or Greg O at AustinRealEstateExperts.com. That's Austin Go-To Team Realty.
Adele Golf. Top-tier makers of custom clubs, EAS model putters, wedges, single-length irons. Golf Digest just awarded their EAS putters gold medals in the blade and mallet categories. Adele Golf. Groundbreaking products that shift the thinking of the golf equipment industry. Adele Golf, where you go to get better. Simplify your game. Single length, single swing, your aim, your choice. That's EDELGolf.com. Here's what they believe at Toyota of Cedar Park. They believe in fostering relationships that are built on trust and integrity. They believe their team deserves to work in a supportive, competitive, family environment. They believe in respecting your time and intelligence, and that's why they offer an express purchase and express service. Lastly, they believe in sharing their passion with you. They're just south of New Hope Road on the southbound side of 183A. Find them online at toyotaofcedarpark.com.
Yeah, I always got a da-da-da-da along with that when that comes out. Here are the offensive numbers while we're waiting for Coach and maybe some players to come up as well. You can see most of them grooming the field for round 3. Might be Rouse. That would be neat. Could be Floresville or Rouse. All right, here are the offensive numbers. Cade Haught tonight, 2 for 4 with an RBI, 2 stolen bases, and a run scored. Gunnar Absack, 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Ryder Hernandez, 2 for 4, 3 RBIs, a run scored, 2 stolen bases. Louis Alonso, 0 for 2. Ben Cooper, Molinaro, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Ben Cooper, 0 for 1. Trey Verver, 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Jack Newman, 0 for 1. Julian Swift, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs and a stolen base. Camden McDonald, 1 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Cole Kruger, 0 for 2, but a sacrifice RBI in there as well. Josh Brett's 0 for 1 with a walk. And his runner, Sue, scored, and that was Sue's only appearance in the offense tonight. So, lots of hits. They got 12 on the scoreboard. Let me count mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11. Yeah, they were one ahead of me earlier as well. But I'll take 11 hits or 12 hits. What do you think, Brad, after that one?
Man, it's...
Well, let me get you back up. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The game progressed kind of slow at first, and then they changed pitchers, and we woke up. So we kind of got to their leadoff pitcher a little bit. Then we started getting the bat on the ball.
Yep, it's a pretty good deal. We got a several players, Gunner, Hewitt, and we got Julian as well. So start out, let's go with Hunter. Got a better seat for you this time. It's not the little ice cube thing. A little bit better.
Let's get this all situated.
All right, Hunter Hewitt came on with no outs in the top of the 4th and just went to work. You ended up getting the win. We were behind when you took off.
Yes,
I've got you with, I don't have a pitch count for you tonight, but I got 5 strikeouts, 3 walks, only 1 hit.
Yeah.
What was really working for you the best tonight?
Tonight it was just the fastball, really. I mean, I was just showing them the fastball, and they couldn't really keep up with it. And then every now and then just throw that curve over there. They couldn't touch that thing. So everything was just kind of clicking. It was one of those nights. Felt good. Hitting my spots, killing everybody with the curveball. They were having trouble with that one.
Now, not having to hit, not in the offensive lineup tonight,
no.
Does that ease the pitching task any, that you don't have to start thinking about offense and hitting it? You can just kind of think about pitching?
I don't know. I like hitting personally while I'm pitching because I get to go out there, strike everyone out, and then come back, hit some nukes. Even if I do bad at the plate, then it's a whole different game from plate to pitcher. I don't know. I don't really get them mixed up in my head, so that's like 2 different mindsets to me.
I love it. You really bared down tonight. Good game.
Thank you.
Thanks, Hunter Hewitt joining us here, and now let's bring Gunner up, I guess. Gunner, second night in a row you're joining us. You had a great offensive night last night, a couple more hits tonight.
Yes, sir.
I think the Medina Valley pitching staff wasn't any mystery to you this series.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir. It felt good.
What was the key to getting the hits in this series for you?
I just staying on path, not trying to do too much with it. Just stay through the ball and drive it gap to gap.
And you got good pitching both from Blake and from Hunter, especially when he came on. He really nailed him down.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have a lot of faith in our pitchers and what they do, and as long as they pitch strikes, we'll get the outs for them.
I'm looking at the score sheet, and I don't see any 9s. We didn't know, but we didn't even have to send you out into right field tonight.
Yeah, no, it was good. They didn't hit the ball as well as they probably hoped for, but our pitchers did a great job of painting the corners and making them, be out in front of it.
I see 3 doubles, which were all well hit. I don't see, and then there's 1 fly out, 2 flyouts to Verver. That's it. They only hit 5 balls out of the infield the entire night.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting. Both of our pitchers did a great job.
Yes, sir.
Now, do you like second or right better? You've played half the season at both, kind of.
I don't really care where I play as long as I play.
As long as you get the bat, right?
Yeah, as long as I get the bat, run the bases is fine. But I do enjoy right field just because I like to run, so it gives me a little more opportunities.
Well, if you like to run, you're on the right offensive team, right?
That's right.
I don't know about you guys, but I love the switch to a hyper-aggressive base running approach that Coach Williams has installed.
Yes, sir. If they're not paying attention, we're gonna take the base on them. So.
Yeah, I was not far from their broadcast crew in Medina Valley last night, and at one point, we had a guy thrown out at home. We had 2 or 3 innings ending with guys trying to stretch a single to a double or double to a triple or something. And I heard him saying at one point, well, they run themselves out of a bunch of innings. They run themselves out of some runs. And I think, well, the poor guy doesn't understand.
Yeah,
This is what we do. We've gotten a lot more by doing this than we have lost.
Yeah, no, definitely. And that's one of our things. When we're hot and we're hitting the ball, we really trust ourselves that we're going to be able to, hit with 2 outs. So taking risks like that really doesn't, hold us back from anything. So we're trying to take some runs on you, and in playoffs, runs are important.
Yep. All right. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My mom, my dad, and my little sister Carly.
All right, there you go.
Family up north.
And hand that to Julian. And Hunter, pick up that mic down there. I didn't ask you who to give some shout outs to. You can give a couple of shout outs. There should be a black mic laying there somewhere.
Shout outs? Who am I going to shout out?
Who are you going to shout out to?
That's the most exciting thing ever.
There you go. Go ahead.
Hunter Hewitt back on the mic. Forgot about me. But I'm shouting out the Booster Club right here and shouting out the team, shouting out my parents, always doing me well. And shouting out Cedar Park City, baby.
All right, thanks, Hunter, with his shout-outs. And we've also brought on Julian Swift. Julian, have you been on our post-game show this year? I don't think so. This is the first visit. Well, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
You've been playing great. Now, you're the guy, I was telling Brad, who was doing color with me the last couple games, that you're the guy who benefited from Darian Sue being such a great tennis player.
Mm-hmm.
He was in center. He goes off to tennis, so they got to have a center, so they move Cannon from right. Now they need right. They move Gunner from second. Now they need second. They move Haught from third. Now they need third, and there's you.
Yes, sir.
And you have really taken advantage of it. You played some great defense, which is really what I like best about baseball. That's my favorite players are good defenders, and you've done a great job out there. And then you're hitting like 429 coming in tonight. So what class are you?
I'm a junior.
A junior?
Yes,
Outstanding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bring all that stuff back.
Yes, sir.
So what's been your best moment so far on the varsity?
Best moment, it would have to be making that play right there. Coming in, everyone's excited. It was a close ball game at first, and then just pulling through. It was just, we have such loving teammates. It was an awesome experience.
That's terrific. Man, you've made some terrific gloves and throws at third base, and some good head decisions as well. Savvy decisions running, and man, hitting the ball. What's your secret to hitting? How are you such a good hitter all of a sudden?
Oh, my dad said I was born with it, but
wow.
I feel like I'm putting in work in the cages every day, doing tee work and all that.
That's what it takes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, it's paying off. You're doing great. Team's looking good. On to the third round.
Yes, sir.
Thanks. Julian Swift joining us here on the post-game show. Thanks. Coach Williams is here, and he's got another extra guest. Oh, he's already gone.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all go talk to that guy down there, Julian.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, what's up, man?
Great. Good job.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it.
Gonna have him say hi?
Say hello. He won't speak, man. He'll just look at you. Say hello. Say hello. Hello.
Thinking about it. Thinking about it.
Oh, man.
Well, Coach, this game was tremendous. You know, Blake got in a little bit of pitching trouble. You spelled him with Hunter Hewitt, and Hunter comes on. Only gives up one hit, strikes out 5, and just mows him down the rest of the way.
He did, man. He was fired up. We were going to pull him out in the say something, man.
There he is.
We were going to pull him out in the 6th, and Matt comes to me and says, man, Hunter wants it. I'm like, he better not put anybody on, you know. So he runs out there and does it again. In the 7th inning, he's like, he wants it again. So I was like, okay, let's go with it. So we were gonna run Trey out there, Trey Hibbett's out there, but but man, he did a phenomenal job, man. And Hunter's got he's a starter for us also, and get in there and throw as long as he gets in and throw strikes. We got in trouble early, as you well know. I think the first 4 innings there was always a leadoff guy on, man, and it's just hard, you know. It's just, you know, when we're doing that, you know, and we tried to make sure that we throw those guys off-speed pitches early because we saw on film that they go early a lot, so we did not want to give up any cheap hits in early in the count. But we also talked to our guys about, hey, man, if we're going to throw a curveball on first pitch, it's got to be for a strike, and Blake just could not find it. But you know, we got some arms on our team, man, and some guys get in there and get after it, and so proud of how they got in there and executed. And man, we were gonna, you know, we got in this. Ben Cooper's waiting to pitch as well, and Trey Hibbett's, you know, he pitched. I think I don't know if he pitched this week, did he? No, Vaughn pitched last night, so he didn't pitch at all this week, but. We got some guys ready to go and just getting after it. So we just, you know, as long as we stay steady in that area and the offensive production continues to do what we're doing, you know, we should be fine.
You know, a season full of firsts. We've talked about all the streaks and records and so forth. One tonight.
Yeah.
30 wins.
30 wins.
No
wow.
Cedar Park baseball team ever gotten
Coach Williams
30.
has never won 30 wins as the head coach, by the way. So that's a feat for
record
this guy
for you as well.
That's a record for me as well. So. Man, it's been a crazy 48 hours. My grandmother passed away last week, and so we left Medina Valley, got home at about 1 o'clock, and got up this morning about 5 o'clock, heading to East Texas, had the funeral there, and came back. So,
wow, where did you go in East Texas?
Quitman, Texas, up in northeast of Tyler.
It was a busy day for you.
Very busy.
You're probably not going out to eat after the game.
No, I'm not. I'm going home and going to bed. So. But I heard Rouse won, so we'll get up in the morning and go scout them tomorrow, and then scout Rouse in Floresville, see how that goes, and go from there. So
where is that game?
That game is at Buda Hayes.
Okay.
I think it's at 12 o'clock tomorrow, so we'll get down there and go watch them. Yeah.
That's a good idea to be able to win this game just so you can go scout. I know that's the only reason you won the game.
That's exactly right. I did not want to play tomorrow, but I will definitely go and scout and try to get some eyes on those guys and see what we can see, man. Brad's special team. You know, I've been part of this before, and by no means are we done with anything. But man, just when we have the guys we have a lot of guys on our bench who right now are not playing. They can get in there and do well. Darian Sue's, you know, one of those guys, and man, just full of depth. You know, on that end, and just very, very happy and pleased with the efforts that our guys gave and continue to give daily.
Well, a great job by you and your coaching staff, again, as always.
Coaches did a phenomenal job today. They got everything ready without me being here, so it's just a great sign of just a team whenever, in my absence, that things can go well. That's as tremendous. They did throughout the day. So I'm very happy with Matt, Mike, and Coach Rowe.
And my condolences for the loss to your grandma.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Awesome lady.
Thanks. Coach Lanny Williams joining us here on the post-game
Thanks
show.
A lot,
Thank
Brad.
you.
Appreciate it, man.
With a guest.
That's right.
So Brad Boschel will come back and join us here in just a second as I get this lined up for the closeout. There we go. I need a producer. Well, Brad, any last comments before we shut the thing down and get out of here?
I love high school ball.
I do too.
Man, great night. It was really good to see just the never give up, down a little bit. The bats weren't working.
Didn't seem to bother them,
had
did
our
it?
number. They just keep plugging away, doing their thing, being aggressive, and it started clicking, and there you go. Some 6 runs in the last 2 innings. I mean, just
I'll take it.
absolutely.
And we don't have to go to New Braunfels tomorrow. All right. Academy Sports and Outdoors, a major sponsor of the entire Vype Live network. For all the ways you love to play, Academy makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your nearest Academy store. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Timberwolves take Game 2 and thus the Area Round Series with a 8-3 win tonight over Medina Valley. With the win, Cedar Park extends the program's best ever record to 30-6. Medina Valley has finished at 18-9. This is the Timberwolf baseball program's 402nd win all time in their 22 seasons. The 171st win on a live K-Mac or Vype broadcast. They are now 171-99 in games we've broadcast since 2008 and 21-4 in games we broadcast this year. Next up, the Region 4 quarterfinals next week against either Rouse or Floresville. Rouse, as you heard, entered the night trailing that Area Round Series with Floresville, 1-0, but the coach says he found out they have won tonight, so Game 3 tomorrow decide which one of them we will play, Floresville or Rouse. We'll bring next week's games to you live as well, and maybe even video still. Special thanks to the whole K-Mac staff. I said K-Mac. I knew I was going to do that. The whole Vype staff. Operations Director Merle Bertrand. To our QA for this game, Nathan Nunez. Our voiceover artist, Roland Ruiz. And our technical support officer, Suna Venka. And Brad Boschel for joining me out here on the porch. This is Brad Cohn signing off for the Vype Network. We'll see you next week.
This has been the Vype Live Network's presentation of Cedar Park Timberwolves Baseball. Sponsored by Toyota of Cedar Park, Adele Golf, Thundercloud Subs, Austin Go-To Team Realty, Alzer's Barbecue, ASI Protection Services, and Academy Sports and Outdoors. Join us again for the next live worldwide broadcast of Cedar Park Timberwolves Baseball.